There's the coaches from Northern Iowa. Doug Schwab. That's not Doug Schwab, but Doug Schwab.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Doug Schwab just got named Coach of the Year this year. Great job by Doug. Doing a tremendous job.
So I'm by my flying solo right now. I think I'm live. Let me know in the comments if I am live. But I was supposed to be joined by my brother Brennan Swafford, but he has a family thing with the Mashicks right now, and he'll be here a little later. And I would blame me being late this time on the tech issues, but actually this time it's because I found out that Brennan's going to be late, and I don't like doing these by myself. It's just kind of just feel like I'm talking to myself while people look at me, and it's just kind of. So I just wasn't really that motivated to get this all set up when really I just want to watch this match between Keckeisen and Starachi. Somebody watching with. If anybody's out there watching, you can call in. Let me see how to do that real quick. Yeah, I've got a link. I've got a link I can send you if you're tuning in and you want to call in and like video chat with me while the finals are going on. I've got a link I can send you to where you can come up on the video. You can come up on the stream. Okay, so there's a wild scramble here between Starachi and Keckeisen. It's 1-1 in the third. Oh my goodness! I don't even know. Looks like Starachi's going to get the three-point takedown if he keeps adjusting. He did. So it looks like he's well on his way to getting his 5th NCAA title. He's got 45 seconds to hold on. I mean, not that it's 100% doom and gloom for Keckeisen right now, but probably like a good 99% because who's able to score 3 points on Carter Starachi in 45 seconds? I mean, I haven't seen it since a dude that shall go unnamed a few years ago when he's a freshman. Amazing. This dude's about ready to win his 5th title.
Did he ever clear the foot? He did. The referee just waited and waited and
waited. Anybody out there that's listening, which there's not very many people, any of you know how many losses Carter Starachi has had in his career? Because I have no idea. Actually, and I'm going to post this. Actually, I'm not going to post the link to the. If you want to stream and you want to like call in with your video stream with me. I'm not going to post that link in the comments because I don't want there to be like 100 people. Like I guess 100 people need to be watching, but I don't want there to be several people calling in at once. Something tells me the way it's going so far that I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about that. So Carter Starachi's up 4-1 on Parker Keckeisen. 45 seconds left in the third period. I guess I could do a little better with. So, one of these days I will be in a situation where I have some sort of tech guru setting everything up because I'm like Donkey Kong trying to do all this stuff. I'm good at writing a bunch of stuff, and I think I'm decent at generating a lot of content, but I feel like a 3-legged cat trying to bury a turd in a frozen pond when it comes to tech stuff. Just not my strong suit. 30 seconds left. Carter Starachi, whether you love him or hate him, he's about to make history. I need to find out how long before Brennan gets back, because I'm not going to lie, I don't like doing these when it's just me solo. I want to talk to myself. All right, 4-2. He's got 20 seconds to try and score a takedown on him. It's asking a lot against somebody like Starachi. Probably need to take a picture of this one. I'm generating my content by taking pictures of my TV. That's what happens when you don't get your credentials authorized. Which is fine with me. I don't mind being at home. And I could be fighting those crowds right now. Wow, what a re-attack by Carter Starachi. That dude's unreal. Man.
He knows it. He's feeling it. 2 seconds left.
Carter cannot back up now. He can't just go.
Oh, Keckeisen gave it a whirl. Got to admire him for that. 2 seconds left.
To go. Facing down the end of 2 of the most brilliant careers this sport has seen, but Carter Starachi stands alone. The NCAA's only 5-time Division I champion.
5-time national champion is the craziest stat of all time.
Let's put it this way.
Congrats, Carter Starachi. That's amazing.
Was a video game. Carter Starachi now has the high score.
Yeah, Carter Starachi's a 98 on NBA.
Look at me, generating content while I'm doing a live. Generating content while I'm generating content.
It's like nothing I've ever seen. It's history, boys.
It is history. By the way, I don't know if you guys have ever read anything where I've posted this or typed it or said it on any other podcasts in the past, but Tim Johnson, the voice of college wrestling, he's announcing this right now. If I had to pick somebody in wrestling that's my number one all-time favorite and hero, I would pick Tim Johnson. Not only because I like what he's done in the media world, but he's also from my neck of the woods. He's from Morning Sun. He wrestled at Morning Sun High School. That's where my daughters wrestle. That's where the club I have them go to. They don't have a high school anymore, so.
Carter, congratulations. Joyful hug with your parents.
Here's Carter Starachi's interview.
In getting this win.
Not that you guys don't have a better TV to watch. It just kind of provides context as to what I'm talking about, I guess.
On another level.
And for those of you guys that are just tuning in, PM me or something, or hit me up in the comments if you want to call in and talk wrestling while we watch this. And I'll send you the link to do the screen sharing. I would prefer that, actually, if somebody did call, because I
mean, it is what it is. For me, I don't really.
I don't like doing these. But, hey, look, it's Donald Trump at the NCAA tournament. I'm not a politics guy, so don't jump down my throat. But it is nice to see a leader of our country supporting wrestling. I don't think he ever misses the NCAA Finals. Politics aside, I don't even care. But Donald Trump supports wrestling. Can't deny that.
Taking in his second NCAA Wrestling Championship. He was on hand in 2023 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The 45th and 47th president of the
If anybody can push the sport to the mainstream, it'd be him. And he obviously believes in it. Otherwise, he wouldn't show it support when there's really nothing in it for him, I would assume, other than some PR. Well, I'm going to delete these comments. Or pin comments.
Carter Starachi of Penn State, and a team that has established a dynasty in this sport. The only one to be a 5-time Division I champion. What a start to the night here in Philly.
Sonny Lee? Bro, you really think you can outfit me? Oh my. That's cute.
Every shoe for every athlete, only at Dick's.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best.
All right, I need to get rid of these pinned comments that I've got.
Is it in you?
A message from the Sun, Department of Research and Deliciousness.
All right, so it says that there's 20-some people watching, but
the tangy mango. El tajín. Okay, esto está difícil. Discover the strawberry mangonada.
And
more flavors in the
if you want to talk to me and eventually Brennan when he gets here, while the finals are going on, then I'll send you a link. Give me somebody to talk to other than myself. And I'm going to watch this a year from now and just be like, wow, this is the most sad podcast I've ever watched in my life. Look at how sad I was watching this finals by myself.
This is value.
Yeah, I'll be thinking that while I'm up front, matchside, with my credentials approved by the NCAA. Yeah, that'll be the day. All right. I'm sure you guys just love tuning in to watch me. Oh, there we go. Topher's in.
Taxes.
Giving a guy a 5 times in the tourney is a tad ridiculous. They are making it out to be
Now taxes is a TurboTax expert.
too much. Good match though, but this is only 5 times ever. Oh, yeah, I see your point on that. Technically speaking, he is the first 5-time NCAA champion in history. But the asterisk there is obviously the COVID year, the extra COVID year. Cale Sanderson, your Pat Smith, your other 4-timers from back in the day, they didn't have 5 years to win. They didn't have 5 opportunities. And I'm assuming the guys like Kale, you know,
in a crystal
would have
clear
won
formula
5 given
for
the
the toughest
opportunity.
jobs on planet
I would
Earth.
assume so.
Day one, right
Dake.
down the street.
How that Dake guy, Kyle Dake, he won NCAAs. If I remember right, he won 4 titles, all of them at different weights. That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in wrestling in my entire life. I remember when I heard like that Drake Ayala was going from 125 to 133, and my first thought was, 125 to 133, that's a huge jump. And then my first thought that hits me after I think of this is Kyle Dake and how he won 4 national NCAA titles, 4 different weights. I mean, if Kyle Dake can do it, I know that he's a very advanced human being, but he is a human being. If another human being can do it, then you, who are than anybody that's a human being, is capable of doing it if they figure it out or work hard enough.
With history here in Philadelphia, Carter Starachi wanted a new challenge.
I forgot what I was talking about mid-sentence.
And the only 5-time
All right.
Division I
Aaron Helmrich
champion. And how about it?
Yeah.
Thinking about all
He'll be the only 5-timer. No one else will get the COVID here. Yeah, let's just hope we don't have another COVID. It got a little annoying after a while there, that COVID stuff did.
What a guy.
I had a guy during the COVID stuff. I had a guy in Happy Joe's flipped out on me. Like, he lost his temper on me in the middle of the wrestling. There was packed in there. Lost his temper because I accidentally dropped my fork on the ground. And he flipped out at me for dropping my fork on the ground because of COVID. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop my fork on the ground. Like, I didn't just do it on purpose. Oh, man, he looked at me like he wanted to kill me. It's like, wow, he must think that I did that to piss him off. And I didn't. I mean, I didn't want to pick up my fork. I didn't want to go up and get another fork. Anyways. Happy Joe's is some good pizza, by the way. I was eating their hash brown casserole. Okay, now wrestling is Troy Spratley. This is 125, and Vince Robinson. 4 seed versus 7 seed. Topher, Aaron, since you guys are tuning in, you guys want to call in? I'll give you the link. All I need is a screen camera and a microphone, I guess, and a computer. I've got the link right here. Anybody can call and talk wrestling with the lowly old pin doctor. The lonely old pin doctor. Watching the NCAA Finals by himself, talking to himself. Well, everybody watches him by himself. All right. Man, Topher Munkus knows so much about D1. Yeah. A lot of times when I read his comments, they're like over my head because he's educated himself so much more than me. Big props to him on a lot of his takes because they're good. Even if you disagree with Topher, they're good takes. Anything that takes thought and time to put together, even if you disagree with it, gotta. And not that I'd ever disagree with Topher, because I'm just making that comment because I've seen that he's gotten in arguments with others. I've never gotten in an argument with him. Topher says, Haynes jumping 2 weights is crazy, but yeah, Dake, Kale, many others would have been very likely 5-timers. How many did Jake Varner win? Did he win 3 or 4? Ohio State. Did he win 4? No, there was that Ohio State twin, Stieber. Stieber. Yeah, I think one of those twins won 4. Logan. Anyways, Aaron Helmrich, if you're still tuning in, Topher Munkus, if you want to call in, if you have a laptop handy, I'll send you the link. I'm desperate for people to talk wrestling with right now. I'm going to see where Brennan's at. Otherwise, I might cut this short and just start it up when he gets in here because I'm not feeling this setup right now. I kind of like just want to watch, not worry about it.
And Robinson just patient, waiting to pounce. He knows that if Spratley takes a shot, he's going to jump into his counter offense as quickly as he can.
I mean, these are really good wrestlers. As I was saying, NC State staff, Tommy Gant, Kevin Jack, Coach Pat Papalizio, and now Zach Esposito being there, helping it.
So Brennan's getting married to a girl named Maddie Mashik, and Maddie is Tom Mashik's daughter. For those of you who don't know Tom, he was a two-time state runner-up for Don Bosco in the 80s. His dad, Dan Mashik, was Dan Gable's teammate in the 60s. And at one time, Dan Mashik held the record in the state of Iowa for most wins by a head coach in the state of Iowa. I think I slaughtered the wording of all that, but yeah, my brother is marrying into another wrestling family. Kind of cool, but that's where he's at right now. He's with the Mashiks. Can I call you off my phone? I got two dogs wrestling in the background. Yeah, I don't see why not. You can try it anyways. I think somebody tried doing the phone thing. It didn't really work that great for them, but it doesn't mean it won't for you. I think they had like connection issues. Link. I'm gonna try and message it to you. It's over.
Bradley's good here on top. Robinson has to get away right away. Cannot get rid.
Watch him seal the
Actually,
you see how he's going to bring a
you won't let me respond to just a single comment.
Let him you have to give him an opportunity to get set properly, right?
What did he do? What did he do?
He's keeping that belly to the thighs. Look at how low he is. He's got his butt almost to the mat. Bradley's having a hard time getting to the belly button. You see immediately he sealed it.
Yep, nice seal there by Robinson. Oh, good job by Vincent there.
Hey Topher, that's the link to call in that I just posted. I'm gonna delete that right after you accept it. Just because I don't want somebody calling in while you're. It just sounds like more tech issues that I don't think that I'd be able to wrap my head around at this point.
20 seconds left to sprint. Got to take down the win.
Probably also need to set my computer up to where I'm not looking to the side the entire time. I said this last year and the year before, but next year is going to be the year where I have a really sweet setup. I'm going to figure this out someday. Topher says he's got two dogs. I don't know why this jogged my memory, but didn't there used to be like an alcoholic beverage called 2 dogs or 3 dogs or something? It's kind of like a lemon, Mike's Hard Lemonade type of thing. Or am I just hallucinating? Or am I remembering things that didn't happen? Was there a 2 dogs or a 3 dogs? Yeah. Flavored beer. All right, Brennan, if you're not, just let me know where you're at, homie.
That's right. Look at Spradley controlling the center. Robinson relying heavily on his counter offense, but Spradley.
All right, so Vince Robinson's up 1-0 to Troy Spradley of Oklahoma State.
Stalemate. Stay out of him, right? Good instruction from the head official, Kurt Frost.
Seeing that cowboy orange on the big mat though is nice. Seeing him back on that stage. You know, I
got him on speaker.
All
right. Well, he knows I'm calling because I'm like, where you at? So he's ignoring my calls. So I'm going to text him and be like, where you at?
All 3 of Oklahoma State's finalists are in the finals for the first time. Testament to the culture change, the shift at Oklahoma State and what David Taylor and his staff has been able to do there. Top 4 teams in the race, Penn State, Nebraska.
All right, so when I post a thing on Carter Sirachi, I mean, because love him or hate him, dude accomplished something that not everybody's had a chance to do. Like, let's make that clear, but he accomplished something that nobody has ever done before. That's winning 5 NCAA titles. I'm going to put a post together on that. How should I phrase it? Because it sounds like the issue is a lot of people are like don't really like how it's being phrased about him being the only 5-time national champion in history because the others not having the opportunity to win 5. But it's true, he is the only one. How should I'll phrase it that way, you know? Nowadays, when I see people getting snarky in the comments, you know, even when they're like insulting the hell out of me, I tune right out, I forget all about it, and I don't even check on it again. If you'd have told me that I could do this 5 years ago, I'd have called you crazy. I used to have such thin skin. I used to always be on message boards, like on the Predicament and Iowa Preps, CheapsPlanet.com forums, and it's always pretty decent with all that. But it was possible for people to get under my skin and hurt my feelings sometimes, and when they did, man, I would really lay into them. Anymore, though, half the time when people say something where they're getting snarky or shitty with me, I think it's funny. Half the time I see and sometimes I see their point. You know, I started noticing that life became a lot easier in certain situations when you would take information, you take insult, things that you perceived as insults in the past, and used it to maybe thought about it and maybe took it into consideration to work on in the future. I don't know. Oh shit! You got it.
Did it work?
Yeah, let me get the sound and let me get everything set up to where no, that doesn't work. This kind of worked. Okay, do we like this or no? That's not cool.
Yeah, as small as possible.
How about this? All right, I'm gonna have to turn my speakers up on my computer now. All right, so what's up, dude?
Not much. Just
I
enjoying
can
the
barely
show.
hear you. I might have to get some speakers. Actually, I got some headphones. I got about everything in my house. I mean, probably can find some Triceratops fossils in here. All right, there's one set of headphones that works and there's one that doesn't. I think these are the ones that you want. Okay, I can actually hear you perfectly from these.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can now. Okay, here's what the issue was. I couldn't hear. I thought I was listening to the computer speakers, but no, I was listening to the headphone speakers. I didn't realize that the headphones were connected. It was like, oh, there's something wrong with my computer speakers.
No worries, man.
Yeah, dude, I need a tech guy like more than anything in the world.
I got a tech guy right here for you.
Is it a dot? Oh shit!
It's my brother.
Oh yeah.
I
Thank God it's not cold paint. I'd already be on my back.
No, you got to play Fortnite with him. You said you like playing Fortnite.
Oh hell yeah! It's like my favorite thing to do in the world.
He's like a big gamer guy. He knows all that tech stuff. He used to wrestle too for DeWitt.
What's his name?
2009, I think he graduated.
99?
2009.
2009. Gotcha.
I think.
He'd have been around. There was one of the Fox brothers was around that time.
2014, I think it was. I'm a little off. 12 years younger than me.
I'm sorry. Wasn't there a Fox brother on his team around that time?
I had a Fox brother, Zach.
Zach. Yeah, he was on my team at Morris.
I believe Creighton was a senior, Tyler's freshman year. I'll ask him. He's going down. Did you wrestle with Creighton? Yeah.
I think Creighton Fox like 2007 or 8, wasn't he?
Freshman, yeah. So Creighton was a senior his freshman year.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Funny story about Creighton. Davenport Assumption was trying to get him to go wrestle for them. Mm-hmm. And he went on a trip with them down to Florida. Where'd he go to? Orlando? To Orlando for some tournament and stuff with them. And then he had them thinking that he was going to go to Assumption with them. When he got back, he's like, thanks for the trip, guys. And he went back home.
They weren't able to relive the Josh Watts
no.
situation.
I was better about that because Watts was a year older than me.
Yeah, he was in my grade. He was always like 5 pounds lighter than me. I never wrestled in a competition, which is weird because he's in the same area, same district.
He's good. He's cool. All them Assumption guys were cool back then.
Yeah.
Everybody hates that they get to recruit and all that, but man, we hung out with them out at state, like BC, Avila. It's not. God, I can't remember the kid that beat Grell one state. Arbogast.
Trevor, okay, remember that year at districts where it was Arbogast, Grell, Alki, and my best friend Aaron Drain, all in the same district? Yep. Alki, Grell, and Arbogast were all returning placers. Arbogast was returning state champ. Drain was returning national champ and 3-time qualifier. And he actually won nationals twice in fun style. And fucking Drain beat Alki and Arbogast and then got beat by Grell in the finals. It was Grell and Drain that went.
Yep. Arbogast had one loss his senior year and didn't even get to defend his title.
It sucks.
That's rough.
I was really happy at the time because it was my best friend wrestling him. But yeah. And Arbogast is a nice dude. Every time I ever met him, he's cool.
And he's good. He was good.
Yes. Yeah, he was. All 4 of those dudes. Alki was incredible. Alki beat Arbogast that day. And Arbogast got 4th.
Yeah. So he had 2 losses then, yeah. Yep. But he wouldn't have been able to He wouldn't have been able to win a wrestle back anyways because what was it? Did Grell win that one? I don't think he had a possibility of getting a wrestle back.
Vinny Robinson's a national champ. That's kind of wild to be in there. Let me get a quick picture of it.
125 was wide open this year.
Isn't it like ridiculous, like the way I'm doing content, just taking pictures of my TV? I'm seeing like some of these other media guys, like Matt's side, like people I know and I see at other events, and here I am taking pictures of my TV where
It's all good. I wouldn't go to Philadelphia anyways. That place is probably rowdy and loud right now.
I'd just be looking for Patty's Pub the entire time.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd be over by. I'd be trying to get up to Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get into politics too much because it just gets people in panties in a bunch. But one thing people cannot say against God, I can't word things today. One thing that people cannot say about Donald Trump is that he doesn't support wrestling because the dude, what other celebrity with his status supports wrestling the way he does over here?
There's no president, like nobody that high up in politics for sure. I don't get into politics either. I'm kidding.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I just feel like the entire system is orchestrated.
Yeah. That's why I personally love what's going on right now, but
yeah,
people can feel however they want, but shrinking the government and downsizing everything and finding all that money, whether you believe it or not, there's obviously something wrong. Mm-hmm. Government's never been good. So, but anyways,
I love the American flag right behind you.
Yeah,
love it or leave it.
I got that for me and my younger brother. Help my older brother out at a Warrior Rising every year. My older brother runs an event, and they raise money for military veterans to run their own businesses and stuff. And me and my younger brother just help set it up. We help pass out all the prizes and stuff. And they're like 4-wheelers and like trips to the safari and stuff like that. But like we deliver the 4-wheeler from the event to the people's house. But they gave us this painting. A veteran did this. It's like a $4,000 painting. I'm not even an artsy guy, but they're like, "You want the paint?" And I was like, American flag? Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not artsy either. I can barely draw a stick figure, but people that can do art amaze me. Like my brother Brennan's got his master's in art in graphic design, and he's able to paint stuff that it's like I can't even imagine being able to. I can't even write. I can't even make it. There he is. You said you're just leaving. Is like the text I just got. I thought you were just leaving Grandview. Aren't they from Grandview?
No, we went to go eat in Yarmouth. I had to take care of
Yarmouth, don't they?
I had to take care of some stuff at home.
Remember Topher Munkus from yesterday?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Man.
I'm going to set this up to where it's a little wider so we can fit Brennan in here. I might have Brennan take over a little bit so I can post something on Srirachi. And they just got done with 125. Srirachi won one. It was 1-1 with one. Okay. Gosh, you might need some speakers. Actually, why don't I unplug these and see how my laptop speakers work? All right. Say something, Tober.
What's up? Like the
kind of
cat.
hear you. I'm gonna go downstairs and get some speakers real quick. Yeah, we can do that too.
From our store to your front door.
Yeah, did I have that up too loud?
If you guys ever need help with technical stuff, or if you ever want to play Fortnite with my brother, what's your gamer tag?
Your gamer tag, Josh? ricoswaff.
Stayx TV.
And his is Bird's Nerve.
Yeah.
Here, I'll put it in the comments.
I'll have him reach out. He plays with Logan Ryan a lot too.
Oh, okay. From Bettendorf.
Yep, that's one of his best buds.
You play Fortnite?
But yeah, yep. He played. They used to go to tournaments and stuff, like all the time. But Logan moved to Colorado to do some MMA fighting,
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I think I remember something about that.
Yep. If you go to my page, you can watch his last fight. We had a little watch party at my older brother's house.
He's still doing that stuff then?
Yeah. You know, is he fighting anytime soon? Oh, yeah.
The chill homies here.
I love my scrub.
So his last fight, he had to go to the hospital for, what was it?
It looks pretty high. I mean, it's good to me.
I'm gonna go get those speakers real quick. Oh, and I found another microphone buried in my crap.
His last fight, he got slashed right under his eye, and he had to go to the hospital, and he had a bunch of bills for it. And the promoters didn't cover any of it. He had to cover the whole bill for himself.
Who were the promoters?
Do you remember who it was? Promoter? I think it was like Spartan or something like that. Spartan or Spartus.
Yeah. That rings a bell.
It's out of Colorado. But so I think he's looking for like a different promoter that get a little better benefits, you know, because they didn't help him out at all.
Yeah.
He won the fight, and if you watch the fight, the dude kneed him in the face when Logan was on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So he had an illegal move. So, and they didn't call, like during the fight, they didn't even stop it. They just kept it going. But he beat the crap out of the kid.
Was it an amateur fight or was it a pro?
Was, I want to say it was pro.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Like it was a promotional, like it was on the Spartan card.
Nice.
Yeah, it's on his record too. Yeah. And like Jurgen, I was just telling you last night, I went and watched Jurgen's fight. I think I watched 3 of his fights.
Mm-hmm.
I believe one was in Iowa City, one was outdoor in Davenport, and then one was at the Mark. I think he won a belt at the Mark for, I don't remember, this was so long ago. But Jurgens was good, man. He got his hands on those guys, like it was over.
Jurgens' fights on YouTube?
You might want to look it up. I'm not for sure. Not 100% sure. I know Mark might know too. I know Mark's on this page quite a bit because Mark was at his fights. I always watched him and hung out with Mark and Eric a little bit afterwards. But I would think they're probably on there.
Yeah, I'd love to see those. Oh, we got Ayala up right now. Is this live?
Yep.
Are you on Ayala?
Yep.
I didn't know how far ahead Josh, or I didn't know where he's at in the process.
They started at 184 and then they jumped to 125. Yeah. So I guess they wanted to end with Gable, but they wanted to start it with something big too.
Yeah, Strachey 5-timer.
I don't like that. He's a good wrestler, but
yeah, he just freaking wins, man. What was the score of his match?
4-3.
4-3? Yeah.
I think, yeah. 4-3. Yep. So he got an escape and a takedown. Parker got 2 escapes and stall on Strachey at the end there. With like 7 seconds left or so.
Yeah,
it was close.
Every one of them, like he always finds a way to win, man. He's something.
Tough to take down. They got in on, I think, 2 shots. Parker did, but he just couldn't do nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. Who you got here? You got Ayala?
Ayala, yeah.
Me too.
Big Iowa guy. I've loved Ayala since he was in high school.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got 3 tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
We've had a really good tournament.
Caliendo closed that gap with Messenbrink at the Big Tens.
Yep.
You know, Messenbrink's smart too. He probably went back to the lab and
yeah, for sure.
Retooled his little box of tricks he's got. He's a funky wrestler. He's tough.
Messenbrink?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just incredible. He's incredible on his feet. He's so good at just misdirecting people.
Yeah.
And I love his mentality too. I got to be honest.
He adapts. He adapts a lot during the match. If you bring something new and it's something that he's never seen, and it's like it doesn't seem foreign to him. He just kind of goes with it out right off the bat.
Yeah, he's got that high wrestling IQ for sure.
I've always liked Drake. I've liked his style. I wrestled with the 3-point stance in high school, and I didn't really see too much of it in college.
Yeah.
Not that I was anywhere near this level. I did it
I
because I
remember
skipped
in
wrestling
college,
from 4th grade till my junior year.
yeah. In college, I remember.
Bird's tough too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Drake's, or at least from what I remember, his turning point.
They fight with him?
I don't remember.
Oh, cool. Corey Knight and who? Or Corey Clark and who? Oakley? Jake, you know Jake Coakley?
Can you hear me? Hello?
You guys know Jake Coakley?
Hello?
I don't know if they can hear me. You and I. Corey Clark was good.
Can you hear me?
Really?
Don't think my sound is working.
If you guys play Fortnite with my brother and Logan, they play with Corey Clark.
Can you hear me?
I don't know if they can hear me. I think he's a junior. I think they both of these guys have one more year left.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
You want to message Jessica, tell her we're watching wrestling? She can try calling me.
Gosh,
First match really set the tone quite well. And Ayala last year at 25, hard to believe considering where he ended up at the end of the season.
Can you hear me?
Just felt like he was too focused on cutting weight.
Hello?
I think you're muted.
What's going on here? Hello?
Yeah, that's a big call. Yep. Especially because Ayala's been doing a really good job of controlling himself. Keeping the collar tight, digging the underhooks, pressuring forward. But that time with that head and arm, he just was able
Hello?
to push a lot of bounds and give it the first. That's all I call it.
What's going on?
You can't hear me.
Can you hear you?
Yeah, you can't hear me.
All right. Good. Yes. You can't hear me? Shit.
I already let him know I have some sound.
I think you guys are muted. I can't hear anything.
You just cut out randomly.
This is just like a replay of a 125. It's a replay. Guys know each other, just waiting for that one moment.
All right. Can you hear us now?
It's a chess match, Rob. These guys are
Can you hear us now?
trying not to get out of position.
Oh, audience can hear both.
One moment is a lack of discipline, so they can expose their opponents, but these guys are so high level.
Okay, so everybody but Topher can hear us.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear us? Do you want to hang up and call in again? I mean, it's up to you. If you don't want to, that's fine. But now we know that this works pretty good from phones because oh wait, I'm sitting here talking to him and you can't hear me.
Yeah, we got to message him.
Okay.
Type it real quick. So the audience, okay. So it's his speaker.
These guys, at this point in the match, you got 45 seconds left. If I'm both of these guys coaches, I'm telling, hey, listen, you have the opportunity to seize the moment.
Okay, well, that was a little slow to send. So it might be a connection issue. Man, we only got 2 viewers right now.
It's no big deal.
That's fine.
It's not going to be a problem.
Bird can make it happen quick. Won the Big Ten Finals against the
Mike's.
Yes, he can.
Oh, Lucas Bird. Lucas Bird.
Bird's gotta get up and do it. Gotta get his head up.
Come on, Drake. Oh, no. Oh.
They gave him 3 on that.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten it yet. Oh, my goodness.
How
We're
is
going to
he-
challenge that.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Drake Ayala. Hell of a scramble. They're going to challenge it, though.
Hey, you see that? Found it finally. Oh, he got that.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a grip on it. He went like that.
Can you hear us at all? Okay, so if you guys are watching out there, in the comments, let us know if you can hear us. I suppose if we don't hear from you, you can't hear us. Oh.
Tupper's speakers or something I'm messing up.
Okay, here, I'm going to remove this one. Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hey! Hey, look at little Mr. Tech Pants came up with a solution.
There you go. Hey, what do you think of that scramble there?
That was
that
wild.
I thought it was
Yeah, I
takedown.
think it was.
He barely had his, he secured his other foot for like a millisecond.
Yeah. I don't like it, but I think it was.
No takedown. Oh my God.
Oh,
There.
Come on, Ayala.
I'll take it.
I like Drake. You know, I've always loved watching him wrestle, and he comes from a great family, and I know most of them.
Come on, Ayala.
But I gotta say, out of all the kids I've ever interviewed in my entire life, from the predicament and the pin doctors, he's the one that probably made it the most clear that he's not a big fan of wrestling media. I don't know how to explain it. He just was not thrilled to be interviewed.
Yeah, some guys are just, not about it.
And I kind of like, I'm not really thrilled on interviewing people. So I'm like, man, we don't have to do this, dude. It's like I had my girls with me and they're young and they're like wild at the time. And so it made the interview like go longer than it needed to.
Gosh, this is a hell of a match. Oh my God. Woo!
Oh.
Dude. This is, wow, this is going to be the match of the tournament here.
I didn't realize it was overtime.
Come on, Drake.
What happened to Big Ten?
Ooh, Bird's getting tired.
Bird's
getting tired! Oh my God.
Oh.
Whew. They both want it so bad. Don't get your leg hooked. That's not stalling. Yeah, if they're going to call that.
He still looks like he's fresh.
Drake, we got to shoot.
I think momentum's going his way, man. I think he's got it. I can just kind of see it. Oh, no, I spoke too soon.
It's a battle.
You got to get heavy. Get back.
How does he scramble out of that?
No clue.
I can probably do it. Hip dysphagia and all.
Those goofy ass hips. This is probably the best match I've seen all tournament.
That's where it's so important to work on your grip strength.
Come on, scramble. Higher bit. Get higher.
Get up. Yep, get up.
You got it.
Oh,
Hit him!
back foot. Go.
You might get the pin here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
wow. This is giving me some anxiety.
Oh my gosh.
How close was it to?
Man, he almost pinned him there.
How close was it to being a takedown?
Right, like 1 second. Because you start counting here.
Whoa.
Danger.
What? Why didn't he get it?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not-
get why they get 2 swipes there. I know it's slow motion.
Okay, I got you. I was Drake at Ryan usually.
Oh man. Nope. Dude, this is some of the best defense I've ever seen.
This is
Stalling?
great wrestling.
Why?
They call it stall?
Why was that stalling?
How?
What?
That is terrible.
What? Wait. Why did he call stalling on that?
Wow.
Scrambling around the. How can he call stalling there? That was.
Come on, stay out of the match.
Listen, I'm not a registered official, but if the official is calling things the way the rule book states, then the rule book needs to be adjusted a bit.
Right. That's wild.
Why?
There's no skull there.
That's a scramble. You're circling in.
He's circling in too.
There's no way that can stand.
Oh
No way.
man.
Is this the dude that
No.
ref your? Okay.
No, he's a good ref.
You know that YouTube video that I was
This
just
guy's usually spot on. He does a lot of I think he does the Iowa high school state tournament a lot of times too. I could be wrong about that. I swear I've seen him though. Wow, man. Wow.
What?
Hands?
Okay. Maybe the official is not the problem.
Wow.
The problem is the rule. That's bullshit. The rule is bullshit.
But he's circling. That's what I don't get.
Okay, stalling. Where's the?
I mean, if we're gonna do that, then why don't we just make push-outs in folk style?
Right.
Like,
So, he chose neutral. That's smart. I was gonna say if Ayala rides him out, then he wins, right?
Right. So.
This is one thing that I think college wrestling and high school wrestling needs to change is that ride out stuff.
yeah, it's
Turn the clock off and just go first takedown.
Oh, he almost had that ankle pick. We're
He gets another stall call though.
now shoot him out.
Yeah.
You can get another one. Come on, Drake. Do something. Well, that was an awesome match, man.
I thought the better guy lost. I thought the better guy lost the match. I don't mean to. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Like honestly, I really don't have a dog in this fight. And I just got done saying that Drake isn't exactly a fan of media either. Right? But I love him as a wrestler. Okay. That was if somebody that didn't know the rules of wrestling were to watch this, they would have no idea why that guy won that match.
That's fair.
Like it just.
I think they need to change the rule to push out so there's no debate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you step even one toe out of bounds, I don't know. Maybe I'm.
They were scrambling. What was he supposed to do? They were scrambling. Was he supposed to just give up the scramble?
Yeah. Like how are you not? How are you supposed to avoid the stall call?
I don't like giving referees shit because one, there's a tough job that I'm not willing to do.
I mean, it's rules.
And for two, they know the rules a little better than I do. If that's the rule needs change.
It needs change, man.
I don't think that's the rule though. If you're circling back in. I don't know. I guess I've never really looked at the rule too hard about it. But if you're circling back in, what do you think you're not fleeing the mat there? I don't know.
Is this too close, Brandon?
What?
Yeah, you can't see the TV deal.
As long as I get the idea, you know.
Yeah. We're watching NCAA. We're watching the NCAA tournament with our eyes on the back of our heads. Watch the NCAA tournament from the back of our
You
heads.
guys have a mirror set up so you can see it behind you.
That's brilliant.
Holy shit, dude! His girlfriend is way taller than him.
Well, he's
Seriously, why didn't we think of that yesterday?
What?
Having a mirror set up.
Oh, a mirror?
Yeah.
put a mirror in front of you so you can watch it behind you. That'd be goofy.
Just in that, I don't know, a match like that. And nothing against Lucas Bird. I think he's awesome, but I don't know. When you just think about the flurries in that match that I saw, anyways, maybe there was different stuff at the beginning when I was downstairs. It looked like Drake was the only one that was close to scoring most of the time. Oh wait, he did have that one where he did have that takedown that was close.
From what I was seeing, the reps might have been more on Bird's side because he's taking more shots here at the end. I mean, every one of those scramble situations were initiated by Bird because he's shooting.
Not at the very end.
Yeah, no, but like.
And he did get away with one with that shot where he.
Right.
Yeah. That. You know, they both had their. You know.
And the score.
Yeah.
The score ended 2-2. I think he just shut the clock off and let him wrestle it out so somebody gets the takedown.
I'm on board with that.
I just don't like the rule.
Man, that's wild. That was one of the best matches I've seen.
Yeah, that's good. That'll be a tough one to top tonight.
What's that?
Man, that sucks, man.
That'll be a tough one to top tonight.
Yeah.
For best match.
If there is one to top it, what do you think it'll be?
Oh boy. Oh, the O'Toole match will be good.
And he's got Hamidi.
Yep.
I think Hamidi's going to pull it off on that one.
I think it is too. He's so lanky. But he also does start to coast towards the end of his matches.
A real dessert.
Yeah.
O'Toole, the only time I've seen him get that way, didn't he get that way in his finals match versus Carr one year?
I think so. Yeah.
Didn't move at the end of it, and it's like, wow, I haven't seen that side to him.
But he also likes. I mean, when he gets down, he gets a little chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Amity.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think based on what I've seen with O'Toole, I don't know. I think he might be dealing with some injury stuff right now.
Yeah. I did see some about that too.
Yeah, because he was talking a lot about dealing with a lot of what's the word I'm thinking of?
Adversity.
Adversity.
I've used that word like 1,000 billion times in my article.
I think he was mentioning that.
People probably read it and like, how many times is this guy going to use the word adversity?
There's a lot of good matches, and I think 149 is going to be good. All three of those guys from 141 to 157 from Nebraska are all like underrated tough. We got Hardy, Lovett, and Taylor. I predicted Hardy to be in the finals, but I didn't have Lovett or Taylor in. Watching them last night, I was like, really messed that up because those guys are solid.
What happened between what happened in Spratley's match? I didn't see that one.
That was close. There wasn't a whole lot of action. It ended up being 2-1 Robinson. Yeah. I mean, they're scrappy. It just wasn't a lot of they're both pretty hesitant to go in, pretty much.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of crazy matches that aren't really the scores aren't really reflecting how crazy some of these matches have been. Right. That match was extremely close, but it was just wild,
Yeah.
Some of these guys, they run into each other and they're just so freaking good that it's just damn near impossible to score.
Right. Do you guys think if Gable wins that he gets the Hodges, or?
I think so.
Think so?
I think they'll give it to Srirachi.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Stevenson's won it before, right?
I believe so.
Yes. Him and Spencer shared it.
That may be why they would choose to give it to somebody else. But if I had to give it to somebody that I thought was the best, I mean, Gable's Carter Srirachi's a generational talent. But I don't know.
I mean, what are the qualifications for it? It's just literally the person that wrestled the most dominant tournament, right?
No, it's the whole year, I believe.
It's messing for you.
Yeah.
But the whole year is the Hodges.
That's the Hodge? Okay.
Yeah. It's like the Heisman, basically. Because they'll do an outstanding wrestler, because a couple of years ago, Vito won the outstanding wrestler of the tournament.
Yeah, he looked incredible.
And I can't remember who won the Hodges. I don't know, because I remember getting into a debate with it with somebody on Facebook. I was like, yeah, but Vito's the best wrestler of this tournament.
Mhm.
He had to go through RBY and Fix, like, to win it. And there was somebody else that he beat too. I don't know. The dude was on fire.
Yeah. Vito looked amazing that tournament. I was there to see that live, like in person.
It's awesome. It's awesome. He's good. But he won outstanding wrestler of the tournament, but he didn't win the Hodge. I don't remember who won the Hodge that year. Would that have been the year that Gable and Spencer shared the Hodge?
That was when Spencer lost in the semis, I believe, wasn't it?
Was it? Okay.
Against Matt Ramos. I should do that. Seeing that live was, oh man, it like sucked the energy out of me.
Oh, dude, me and my brother were watching it right here, and we both just like dropped. Like, oh, we didn't even want to watch any more wrestling the rest of the night. We were like, what
yeah,
the hell?
I really felt sick. Like me and my dad, we're at the tournament, and like we like look at each other and we're like, dude, I don't even feel like watching anymore.
Right.
There was something eerie about that vibe. Like,
oh man,
I felt
like someone died.
No, like even before it happened, I know everybody's shocked. I don't know why, but I had a bad feeling about it.
Yeah,
we were pumped, and then I think the thing that was the worst about it is if Spencer wasn't being so aggressive, he was just going to win anyways. Right. He could have done the whole run around, get away from him, grab a leg and sit on it.
Yep.
But he's being aggressive because that's who he is. And Ramos is a little funky.
Yeah. All right, we got Mendez, Hardy. Who you got here, Josh?
Mendez.
I picked Mendez to win it, but Hardy is so good.
After his interview yesterday, I just think he's in his zone right now.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I did a deep dive into looking at Mendez's career. I haven't done the same for Hardy.
Oh, nice. Outside carry.
You know, I shouldn't make predictions like that.
Oh, my God. You might pin him.
Yeah.
It's just too good.
Hardy.
I wonder how many bad takes I can have in one single podcast. Or like,
wait, what?
I said, I wonder how many bad takes I can have in one podcast. It's like proven wrong like a second after saying them.
Need like a fact checker in here.
Yeah.
Go look at my predictions I made. What?
Dude,
12, when the brackets came out?
I saw it, and it's I was saying earlier before you got on the stream, like your D1 knowledge. I use you as a reference guide because your knowledge with D1 is way better than mine.
I just don't have a life, so I try to follow as many pages as I can.
Yeah. Where are you living at right now?
Amana.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah.
We need to, when we visit Justin in Iowa City, we need to kick it one of these days.
Justin,
yeah,
you guys need to come out. You know Justin Stanley, right?
Oh yeah.
Him and my older brother are good friends, and they do fireworks every 4th of July at Justin's house. And nice. Let me tell you, you think amateur fireworks? These guys are like above amateur. It's pretty good show.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Should go there sometime though. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Justin Stanley, anything he touches turns to gold. And Corey, I said, Justin, anything that he does, like he's good at. He's a good basketball player. And you're a good basketball player. You know, Topher quit. I was, a really good wrestler as a little kid, and quit to play basketball, and then went back out as a junior and senior in high school, and still was close to making the state. How many years were you not wrestling? Like 6 or 7?
I wrestled in 8th grade too, in middle school, because we could do both. And then after I wrestled a tournament in DeWitt too. And after I won it, I think I pinned all 3 kids. And Kreider came up to me and he's like, I need to talk to you before we leave. And I was like, all right. And from that moment on, that was like the middle of my 8th grade year. From that moment on until football season, sophomore year, he harassed me to go out for wrestling. He chased me everywhere.
Yeah.
And in my sophomore year, I was like, yeah, I signed up just to get him off my back. I was like, I signed up. And then the next week at practice, he's like, you weren't on the list. I was like, I know.
Oh, beautiful double leg.
Nice.
Just like that, it's 5-4.
And then my junior year, he didn't even question me about going out for wrestling, and I ended up signing up.
Yeah.
Pretty
He did
funny.
pretty good considering, right?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So Brendan, you know how good Justin was. Like you've heard all the stories. As you know, won tons of state titles in youth, and you know all of it. It was very rare for him to have anybody to give him a good match. When he was a third grader at districts, Stillmucks here gave him a like what was it a
He
one
beat me in overtime.
What's that?
He took me down in overtime to win.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then he beat Everson in the finals, right?
Full sang.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Brian Clay,
I wrestled Everson for third and fourth, I believe.
Was Brian Clay's in it too?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my bracket.
That kid was so hard to score on.
Every weight I wrestled, and every year I wrestled, I always had all these studs and all around me. My junior year, I had Judd Wagner and Derek Folsang, Everson from Clinton, Tyler Everson, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, I had Mozafe, Judd Wagner in my conference.
Big shout out to both these guys. Judd
Along
Wagner
with Cody Mork. Cody Mork from DeWitt was pretty good. I feel bad for him. His freshman year, he didn't get to wrestle because we were the same weight.
The state tournament probably drove you nuts because you probably saw several guys there in your bracket where you're like, man, if I was in their district, I'd have qualified.
Yeah, trust me, man. It killed me. But I had fun anyways at state because I would go to like help Grell warm up or, whatever. My junior year, coach asked me to come up, so I went up and helped him, and I got to party and then go watch it, so I was cool with it.
Yeah, I got the party too. My junior year is the worst I've ever been in my life. Lucky I didn't die that night. I learned a very tough lesson that night, and that's, lemon juice can take the flavor away of the alcohol. That's fine, but the alcohol potency does not change.
Right.
You can't chug that and not expect to get stupid.
It gets dangerous.
Wow, this is brilliant lemon juice. I can't even taste the alcohol. It's like alcohol, but it doesn't suck. And I don't really like the taste of alcohol that much, honestly. But so I thought I was onto something. I thought I discovered something very I thought I discovered
beneficial,
something very cool, and turns out that wasn't a good night. I had to watch Justin wrestle the finals against Dusty Pollard with the worst hangover of my life. I was like in slow motion.
I do wish I would have went out wrestling like my freshman and sophomore year too. So I probably would have been a little bit more developed than I was walking in as a junior. I had fun though. I wrestled some really good kids. I was in some matches that I shouldn't have been in. My junior year at conference, I was the last ranked kid because nobody knew who I was. Like none of the coaches did. So they're like, this kid's the last seed. And I had to wrestle Wagner first, Judd Wagner. Yeah. And I had him in the double chicken wing was my move. And I had him in the double chicken wing for like the entire third period. I ended up losing by 1.
Damn.
And I remember I went in the locker room. It was in Macoka, and I was like punching the towel dispenser, and like Justin Sinclair and the Grell were coming up and pulling me away. They're like, "You did good."
It's funny you say that. Grell and Onymist at the Quincy Invite. You remember the Quincy Invite?
Yep.
My senior year, I was upset. I placed higher at state my senior year than I did at Quincy that year. And the reason is I got beat in the quarters, and then I was up 11-0 in my Conti match. I got cradled and pinned 15 seconds left. And when I got off the mat, I punched the brick wall as hard as I could, and I was doing it again. And Onymist and Grell got basically, hey, Swap, dude, you got postseason coming up next month. Like, don't do that. I thought, my friends, Drain and my brother and Hutch were sitting right there, and they're just going to let me do it. Josh is going to be Josh. I might have those two to thank for me not breaking my hand after
right.
The invite.
Onymist and Peterson were in there too to help reel me in. They're like, dude, that kid's ranked number 1. And I was like, no shit.
From the background. Like watching on from the background.
I had to wrestle Bo Bittner that year too, my junior year.
Davenport North.
Yep, Davenport North. Yeah. That was probably the worst match I've ever wrestled in my life.
That dude was like crazy hyper.
Yeah. Well, I wrestled a 3-point stance, And he just walked up and put me in a suitcase cradle and rolled me over. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, nobody's, oh, my bad. I was like, nobody's ever done this to me before. That was a good match.
Mendez.
I wrestled him one time. That was in district's 8th grade year. And it was when he was kind of just getting started.
Was Bittner?
It was like he was all wild, and I just took him down with the carry, and he just like went right to his back. It was almost like he didn't know. It was like he didn't have a good grip at the time as to where his back was. Like a lot of people have to learn that. But in high school, I think he got a lot better. He went to state, like he qualified in that bracket. He ended up going on the backside and getting third.
Who was that?
Bo Bittner.
Wasn't he a 2-time state champion?
No. He his first year he was in my bracket at AAU districts. See, he was 110. He was 110 pounds as an 8th grader. When I was an 8th grader, he was 110, and he never grew. I was 197 my last year of college, and he was 110. He probably still weighed like 113. Like guys that I see that I used to wrestle in junior high. I saw Brian Esenius a couple weeks ago. He used to look like the Incredible Hulk to me, like state champ from Lamar's.
Yeah.
And he's probably half my size now, but he still looks like that monster when I look at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bittner was like that. Like I wrestled him in 8th grade, pinned him in like 30 seconds, but it was like one of those deals where he's all spazzy, and I just kind of carried him, and he didn't really know where his back was.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember walking out and being like, that kid was inexperienced, but I'm glad he's inexperienced because he'd be a handful if he had experience.
Right.
And one of those crazy guys that are just annoying to wrestle. Washington guys. God. Those guys just didn't. They didn't feel pain. True story. I lost a 10-0 lead and a 12-0 lead to the same guy in the same tournament from Washington in the same day.
Jeez.
Yeah, for 3rd and 4th and in the quarters.
Kind of your you had to get over. Yeah.
Washington.
Kryptonite.
Great shape. So Mendez did win. So I am a genius.
Yeah. Yep.
Turns out I'm a genius.
He got the comeback. He ended up taking him down and turning him, I believe.
Yeah, and I think I said that. I think I was like, I predict Mendez in a miraculous comeback.
I foresee
bunch of tilts.
I foresee it. He's zoned in.
Let me get a picture of the family. There we go.
One thing that was cool, when I was in the 3rd grade, when I did the wrestling back in 90, what was that, 91 or 94? Or
that would have been 94.
94.
Mm.
So our wrestling club was, we had the Pape brothers, we had Full Sang, Jace Coolman, I think Rob Hayes was in there from Macokina.
He was good.
Rob was really good. He was my class.
Right,
then we had the Jurgens in there. Lucas Cleaver. Cleaver was a beast. That little bird wrestling club just had so many studs in it, and we didn't even realize when we were kids. But when we got older, it was like, holy crap! That room was pretty loaded with a bunch of hammers.
Yeah.
That's not guaranteed. You know what AT&T guarantees?
Yeah, I think I've said this to you a billion times, but Cole Pape pinned me in the semis my senior year at state. And that was the only time I ever wrestled in my entire career, which is weird because we were always around the same weight and same district. We just never met up. He and I were always placing top 3.
He was one of those guys that was just insanely strong, right?
No. He was strong. He had so much leverage. It was he was tall and lanky, and he had great leverage. It's like his tendons were so strong, like way stronger. And it was the first time I ever remember. It's like when I wrestled with him, I knew I was in trouble in the first 2 seconds because he locked up my left arm with a Russian tie.
Oh.
And it was the first time I'd ever felt a Russian tie in my entire life.
Yeah,
I never felt it in practice. I'm like, what the hell do I do with this? And I realized that, oh my God, they coached him to do this because I didn't realize until now I am so dependent on this arm to do everything. Like my sag headlock, my everything I did was from this. So he was either really, really smart and and knew what to do to beat me before he went on the mat, or he was really, really well coached before wrestling me. They did exactly what they should have to beat somebody like me.
Yeah, Russian ties were always very, very underrated. I hated Russian ties in high school, but then when I went to Iowa, it was
you had a similar situation. Your senior your finals match, state finals match, your senior year.
Yeah,
that's the first time you ever ran into a Russian tie.
Yeah, and I took it away from him. That's why he was having issues with me on my feet.
Took it away from him, but he also scored from it once or twice.
Yeah, he scored from like reattacks and stuff like that. But yeah, I remember when I went to Iowa, it was like I had Morningstar showing me the Russian ties, and it was like, damn, like
where's this been our whole life?
Where has this been? Like you know what I mean?
It's
so good for like taking people's pressure away. That are like, you got people that are like scrapping on you and they're in your face. Like it's such a good move that you can use to slow people down.
Yeah, I guess I should have. I should have embraced that move. Like when I have
perfect for your arsenal.
Yeah, I should have.
What do you guys?
His state finals match his senior year, he got beat by a three-timer named John Henrik.
Mm-hmm.
And Henrik wrestled in Iowa only 3 years. He was in South Dakota his freshman year, and he went undefeated in his 3 years in Iowa. He gave up 16 points total in those 3 years in Iowa, and 7 of them were in that state finals match against Brennan. It was he beat Brennan 8-7, and it was like literally one of the best state finals matches. If you look at it from a non-biased perspective now, see your 2 NAIA championships healed things a little bit to where I can look at it that way.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can, but
I mean, yeah,
for what it was, you guys put on a show, man.
Yeah, it was an exciting one for sure. I mean, a couple of crazy ones. Wells.
There are 2 wrestlers in the history of Iowa wrestling, high school wrestling, that have won 3 Iowa high school state titles and were undefeated in those 3 years in Iowa. John Henrik. Who's the other one?
Wasn't it the kid that went to Benton? Or wait, no, he was only here for 1 year, wasn't he?
No, he would have won 2.
From Louisiana?
I'd go back further. You probably have a poster hanging up of him somewhere in your house. Everybody does. Or a picture or something.
It wasn't Dan Gable.
It was Dan Gable.
Really?
Dan Gable was an undefeated 3-timer.
I knew he was a 3-timer. I thought he just didn't wrestle his freshman year.
When he was a freshman, they had a rule at Waterloo West that freshmen couldn't compete varsity.
Yeah.
And that's why he didn't win 4. Now with Henrik, this is basically excluding his South Dakota career. I'm just in Iowa competition. There's only 2 that have ever.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's good company to be in.
What do you guys recommend for like teaching younger wrestlers that are coming up? My nephew just got into it this year, and he's actually really good, but he's very, very raw. It's actually Justin Stanley's son's best friend and my nephew are Justin Stanley's son and my nephew are best friends, so that's why he ended up going out, because he hangs out with Tyson so much. But he's very raw, and I don't know how to he doesn't wrestle any way I used to wrestle. He's really lanky.
Teach him a carry. How's he built?
He's lanky. He's probably about 5'6", and really
long. Teach him this carry. He needs to learn the Adam Grell fireman's carry. I've noticed that when kids are having a hard time finding their bread and butter, that's within the realm of doubles and high crotches and that sort of thing, they're usually carry guys. They're usually guys that don't excel as much with the explosiveness as they do with leverage and working on pulling posts and tugging posts and working with posts, taking posts out. You think that he would be? Is he explosive, or is he?
He's quick.
Not the explosive type.
He's very quick. He's just not. He doesn't know the leverage of wrestling. Right now, he's just overpowering kids, and I don't really know how to go about it. So I don't want to try to teach him a bunch of stuff, and then he just is like, "Screw this! That's too much."
Yeah. But it's important for a kid to develop a bread and butter move to where they can get comfortable to use it and win with it. My daughters have been catching on to wrestling pretty good, and especially this last year. And it was frustrating that first year until I got them to get comfortable enough with the move to where they were really good at it, to where And it was almost like they weren't able to get themselves to flow until they had that bread and butter move. And then they developed other stuff from that, you know. Yeah. It's like they didn't, you know, it's like, oh, they found a good move that works. Wow, you know, I'm not hopeless in this sport. Maybe I'm gonna, you know, and when they just through situations they get into, they develop other stuff. Arkansas beat St. John's? No!
I think I had St. John's winning that one too.
That was my good bracket.
Yeah.
I have 3 NCAA basketball brackets. I had one, and I only missed 5 yesterday.
Yeah, he went 13-3 this year in middle school wrestling, but he didn't go out for AAU. He said he's going to next year.
He's a 7th grader?
Yep. But you watch Tyson wrestle, and Tyson's good.
Yeah.
I think he got 3rd this year, and he got 4th in freestyle. But he's there. He's tough, and he knows what he's doing. And then Luke is just like overpowering kids, and I just don't know how to go about. I'm not a good coach. I can show him what I used to do, but it ain't going to work for him because I'm short. He's already taller than I am.
Where's he struggling at? Like, is he struggling from any position?
He's got good downward pressure. I just think he's like flat-footed, and he stands up too tall. But I've always been a shorter wrestler, so I always got down as low as I could to make, emphasize that. Like, you're going to come down here with me, where him, I don't know if that would be comfortable for a taller, lankier guy, you know?
Does he know an ankle pick? He's got those picks.
I don't think I've seen him do the ankle pick.
Might work for him with his length.
So a lot of kids, they, like, when they're fresh and new like that, they tend to kind of just want to go to their hip and stuff all the time and put themselves in these wily positions when they don't need to. I would say, number one, focus on keeping it fun for them. That's got to be, like, the number one thing, because that's going to keep him out. Yeah, I mean, whatever that might mean for him, that's, up to you guys to figure out. But yeah, number 2, I would say, like a lot of kids that are fresh, they're going to want to go to their hips, and like want to roll over and do all that crazy stuff. And I think just, making sure that, he understands, like, kind of the positioning of wrestling, number 1, just like, if he wants to roll to his back in certain positions or something, then just next practice or whatever, just spend some time in that spot. And, eventually, he'll get it's a feel, a lot of it just comes from feel. At least that's how it was for me. Like, I just had to kind of figure out what I was doing wrong in certain matches and just spend time there and chip away at it.
He kind of went out for the same reason I went out when I was younger, is to hang out with my best friend wrestled. I played basketball. Luke was the same way. His best friend's Tyson. He wrestles, and Luke's a basketball player.
My best friend in high school, other than Aaron Drain, was a basketball player. That's actually why I went to Forest, because he went to Clark and played basketball.
Yeah. When we were younger, like around 3rd grade, that's when we were like, oh shit, we're not hanging out so many weekends because he's going to wrestling tournaments and I'm going to play basketball. And then we were like, well, let's just do both. So we both started. Funny thing is, he ended up becoming, I think he was Mr. Basketball his senior year.
Yeah.
I like these ones where I posted something on the guys after winning their semis yesterday, and then they win tonight, because I only have to change the word semifinals to finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I just post basically the same article. I mean, why wouldn't I?
Did you guys ever think about starting your own little, like, wrestling club or like doing videos for people?
Yeah, me and Shay have talked about it. Whether it be, with a club that already exists, like doing, like, starting something like through them, or just starting our own thing. It's definitely been something that we've talked about. Yeah, and, I mean, my brother Shay, he's like an excellent, like, he's one of those guys. He's like excellent at like showing moves and putting like these techniques into words. So it would be a really good duo there. We got something like that started.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, chairs?
Chairs?
Yeah, just chairs.
Maybe. I might have like my softball chairs. Check the back of my Navigator.
Yeah, they have a big game club up there in North Liberty, but
Nice.
I was just wondering something like video wise. I know there's tons of them out there. Like even Nolf is doing videos now showing some moves. I was just gonna try to give him something to look at.
I'm taking my girls to the Hawkeye Wrestling Academy practices because it's their favorite practices they've ever been to. If you haven't checked that one out, you might like that one. It's with Marinelli and DeSanto. They do a great job with those kids, man.
Oh yeah.
Like their favorite coaches by far have been those guys.
Yeah. It'd just be nice to have somebody that has like the videos of like showing moves, like slowed down, this is what you do, and then showing it like full speed. And then he can kind of go through it like a little catalog to see what he likes, what he would be comfortable, trying to become good at, like make that his bread and butter move or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of hard to say. With that young of a kid that fresh into it.
Yeah.
Like the moves I used to do, they're not good moves. I just
was depends on who you ask, though.
Yeah, I was a scrapper, man. I didn't have a whole lot of technique.
Really freaking talented. Man, imagine if you would have. I know you've beaten yourself up probably every day with this thought, but man, imagine if you never quit. You would have maybe won.
Oh, I know.
Really, I think you would have been.
It's stepping on it, which I totally regret. I used to love basketball. I hate basketball now, but I used to love basketball.
Oh man, I love it. I love both. See, both. As you know, both my grandparents were all district basketball.
It's changed so much since we were kids. Like anymore, everything's like so touchy, and you touch somebody's shadow, it's a foul, and everybody's flopping and too cocky anymore.
While we're on this topic, Minneapolis's current best high school girls wrestler, both of her parents were around my age. Her mom was in my grade, and her dad was a grade two above me. I was pretty good friends with both of them. Anyways, they were star basketball players for us, and their daughter is the stud of the girls wrestling team. And we were always cool to the basketball players. Like they were like my best friends, and I wonder, would they have been as open to their daughter doing wrestling if we would have treated them like shit?
Right.
I feel like a lot of wrestlers need to drop the negative vibes with the basketball players because you never know whose kids you're going to coach someday.
Right. I'm not being negative about that. I know
you're not.
It's not my thing anymore. I used to love basketball. I used to play basketball or football literally every single day. That's all we ever did.
You ever played pickleball?
Nope, never played it.
Oh, dude. I'll play it sometime. It's like one of my favorite things to do. We'll get you a chair. Oh, you found a chair in my house. That's impressive.
Did you let it pull it off?
Oh, we did.
Cool.
Man.
Good finish there.
There's a wrestling tournament going on.
No, as far as like my experiences from playing, I played baseball, football, wrestling, and basketball in high school or whatever. Like wrestling was oddly enough like the best team chemistry I had of any of the sports, but it was the most individual sport out there.
Yeah.
So weird.
Funny how it works out.
Right. And it was honestly the most fun I had too. Football was fun. Baseball kind of sucked.
Oh, I love baseball.
I was on a terrible team. But as far as like, and it eats up your summer too, so that kind of probably played a part of it. But as far as like team and like how close you are and how much fun you have when you're out doing tournaments and stuff, wrestling was by far the funnest and best experience I had.
Yeah, I mean, with wrestling, you don't really have to count on anybody else. Well, to some extent, like it's on you to go out there and win. You don't have to worry about.
Once you step on that mat,
yeah.
Once you step on the mat, it's just you.
like your teammates are going to give up the takedown for you. You know, like you have to prevent it yourself.
As much as you can hear everybody yelling, it's like half of the time I'm deaf in one ear, so half of the time when I'm in a gym and there's people yelling all over, your coaches are yelling, your teammates are yelling, it always sounded like I was in like underneath the water in a pool.
Yeah,
so I could never hear anybody giving me any instructions at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that reminds me just like when you're on the mat and you have your headgear on, like I cannot hear a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the time, it just sounds like when you put your ear up to like a seashell or something. Like that's exactly how it sounds. It's just like muffled yelling.
It sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah.
You're underwater, and you know how everything sounds outside the water when you're underwater?
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
Feels like you're in a pool underwater and everybody's cheering you on. You're roar, 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 roar. Then after the match, your coach is like, I told you to do this in that spot. And you're like, I couldn't hear a damn thing, man.
Like you just look over your corner and you just see them, like the mouths moving. It's like, okay.
If you're doing motions, I can catch on. But if you're saying words, I'm not going to hear anything. The only time I ever did hear anybody is when I was in a spladle because everything like paused right when the kid put me in it.
Mm-hmm.
I had JJ Suter in a double chicken wing the whole second period. And the whole third period, he had me in the spladle. And I could hear my coach saying, scoot your chest to his stomach, scoot your chest to his stomach. And I was like, no, tell the ref to say I'm pinned. This hurts.
Man, throughout all my career, I don't think I've ever been spladled, and I could not be more thankful for that. Like, in a match. Like,
that happened one time.
Oh, man.
National champion William Penn, black dude from Florida. I didn't even know. It was weird. I shot in on a shot immediately, and immediately I was on my back. That was probably the closest I ever got to being pinned in the first 10 seconds of a match.
Just spladled your ass.
Yeah, I'd only been pinned in the first minute of the match one time from first grade all the way through college. And that was against Corey Connell in my 5th grade year. Pinned me in 45 seconds like I was a jabroni. And this dude almost had me in like 7 seconds.
The funny thing about my spladle is I've never seen it before. And Justin Sinclair was wrestling somebody. I think he might have been from down by you guys. No, it was Fort Dodge. I can't remember. It was a tournament at North Scott, and Justin got put in it, and I was making fun of him. I was like, never seen it before. I was like, that was embarrassing. And then two matches later is when I got put in it, and I was like, what in the F is going on? Like, is there a spladle convention going on here today?
That's funny stuff. I didn't think I could ever be hitting a spladle either because nobody had ever done it to me, and until that guy, it was so confusing. Like, what's going on? Fast. Am I on top? Like,
it happened so fast.
Yeah,
I was in on a single. I went in on a single leg, and next thing you know, like my legs are spread, my butt's facing the crowd, and like my arms were like on a crucifix. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Turn your cameras off, please.
All getting together.
I think one of the gnarliest spladles I've ever seen was when Ryan Leisure hit that spladle in overtime against Wyatt Thompson
from Creston.
Yeah,
and Wyatt Thompson had had the tournament of his life all the way to that point.
Yeah, that was my bracket too.
Yeah, it was. You kind of got ripped off in your first match against Stott. That was the only year you didn't make the semis. And you had
I don't really remember much about it.
Well, you took a shot, and you shot him for a fireman's,
points or something.
And he stepped over, and they gave him 2 and back when you were still hitting the fireman's, and then you took him down with it.
Yeah,
so he started out the match.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, and then he got third.
Just like, nope.
Yeah. All right, Ridge love it. Let's go something on him quick. Man, Nebraska. Woo!
You guys do anything after you got done with college and everything? I know Brennan's like just fresh out. But do you guys do anything outside that you run into like a lot of wrestlers? Like former people you used to wrestle against or just new?
Very randomly.
Randomly?
Yeah. And I don't know how to word this without coming off as like something egotistical, but like this Spin Doctors thing's gotten pretty big, and it's to the point where I can't even really deny it anymore because now it's like everywhere I go, I have somebody coming up and hey, the Pin Doctors, and it's always somebody I don't know. So yeah, I run into them all the time. Basically, I don't even have to be. Like this year, I reached a point where I don't have to be wearing a Pin Doctor shirt for people to. And I don't know, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about it because there's a lot of people out there that I don't know. And there's a lot of people out there that I probably would never trust. For the first time in my life, I need to lock my doors. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I played a lot of slow pitch softball, and I did travel ball like out of the state and everything. We played nationals and all that stuff. I've met so many people in slow pitch softball that used to be wrestlers that it's like crazy, and they're like stud wrestlers. I met some Don Bosco kids that played with me one year. They wrestled at UNI too. I think one of them's still a coach at Don Bosco. And then kid from Wilton, Kyle Paulson. I don't know if you remember him. He's a beast. Kyle Paulson. I think he coaches there now too. We went to a random went to a tournament in Wilton, and like a bunch of their beer league teams were in this tournament, and they're like the team I was on was just a bunch of random people from a tournament or a league we played in. Just threw together a team. Went there. They're like, hey, we got a shortstop. His name's Kyle Paulson. But the kid was like the best player in the tournament. And we're like, how the hell did no Wilton team pick this kid up?
Yeah.
Anyway, hung out with him that day or that weekend. Got to know him. I was like, hey, you ever want to play travel ball? Let me know. Adam Jordan was like the nicest dude ever. Found out he's a big wrestler. Went and looked him up. I was like, holy crap, this kid was like legit. Him, and then there's just like, I don't know. More often than not, when I go to tournaments, I would randomly run into people that used to be wrestlers or people that I knew back in the day that were wrestlers. It's like, holy shit, play softball now?
You probably run into a lot of people that you interact with on wrestling pages.
Yeah.
Because you interact quite a bit, and I see the people in the comment section quite a bit. It's crazy how small this world is.
Right. It's a crazy community, though. I like wrestlers are always, as a majority, like the nicest people you'll run into.
Yeah. Down to earth.
Very down to earth. Very like family friend oriented, down to earth, help you out kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
The life lessons that I learned on the mat that I was able to take off the mat to be successful in life.
Definitely. It's a good way of putting it. Sorry when I'm looking down at my phone. I'm posting articles in it as the stuff goes on. You have to fill in for me when I'm having these moments, Bersner. Wow, I just called you Bersner.
That's my Xbox gamer tag right there.
Yeah, we need to get that from you guys.
I've been Bersner forever, and I don't even know what it means. I gave it to him. I don't even know. I think I was just making stupid stuff up, really.
My football coach gave me my nickname. I think my freshman year, our varsity coach was trying to call me a dumbass. Everybody called me Munkus because my last name's still Munkus. So everybody called me Munkus for short. And he's trying to call me a dumbass, and he ended up calling me monk ass. He's like, what are you doing, you monk ass? And then after that, everybody started calling me monk ass for the rest of my high school life. I'm like, a good one. Funny enough.
Yeah, like ours would be like swat bird. People would say swat turd.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like that one either. Swat turd.
Our football coach that gave me that nickname used to be a wrestling referee. I think you did an article on it one time. Dwight Spangler.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, was he yeah, I did. I did for sure.
He was our head football coach in DeWitt.
Nice.
Real cool. He's nice. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Put up with my shit for a few years, so.
Yeah.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard,
And was a 2017 Cadet World Team member. All right.
gas or battery, your local AV destination with the best power brands.
While I've been on a live stream, I've posted 5 articles.
Getting after it, boy.
Yeah. You don't see those guys that I wrestle pulling that stuff off. But you do see them.
Oh snap!
But you do see them getting like 100 million views on their stuff though.
Yeah, I mean,
which makes me wonder if I had like 30 knees to work for me, how many views would I have?
Does Tony Hager's, does he still do the Hager's happy hour thing?
I don't know. I don't know if he does or not. I mean, he should if he doesn't.
I feel like I haven't heard like.
It seemed like people liked watching it. But
yeah.
I don't know. I was on that show.
I mean, yeah, I tuned into it a couple times. I just haven't heard from it in a while. I don't know if he's.
That was when I first started Penn Doctors, and Hager and I had this rivalry beef thing. And it was the first time he and I ever met each other face to face. And I don't think he knew what to expect. And when I talked to him a few weeks ago about it, I still don't think that he got the right vibe for me. He was like, dude, I just, was wanting to clear the air on that show because I knew that you were so mad at me. And I'm like, mad? I was like, I was having a fun time, like, going back and forth on Twitter. Like, just because I talk smack, like, doesn't mean I'm having a bad time. Doesn't mean I'm taking it personal either. Like, I like it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I wasn't mad. Like,
that's the problem with social media.
Basically, be tag teamed by, basically be like, why are you so mean to us? Blah 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 blah. Like, because I'd have been by myself.
Why are you so awful?
Yeah. Which Adam Fellers did kind of lecture me for basically the entire show, but it was about other stuff that I probably did need to be lectured about.
Yeah.
On the show, I don't know if that was the time or place for it, but
what was it about? What was it about?
Thought I was being too hard on myself when I was talking about my career.
Oh, okay, I kind of remember that. He was
talking. He thinks.
Damn, I can't remember. He was trying to get something.
I don't think they realized how much of how goofy I am. Like,
yeah,
I don't think they understood like
lighthearted.
Like half this. Like, I think that 75% of the stuff I said to them sarcastically, I think they took seriously.
Well, I think the issue with just social media and just online stuff is people can take shit kind of personal because there's no tone of voice or anything like that.
Yep.
I think that can be kind of an issue that people run into. So maybe that was a cause for it, but I don't know. People can take stuff kind of personal that isn't really meant to be taken that way. You know what I'm saying? To heart.
Yeah, I agree. I say a lot of stuff on social media that people take the wrong way, and
I noticed that.
I get an asshole reputation.
Yeah.
I don't care though. You think I'm an asshole? It's fine with me.
Yeah, your tone is hard for some people to pick up on.
Yeah.
And
the funny thing is, 90% of the time I'm being sarcastic.
I know. I pick up on it, but I always am able to tell how others are missing it.
Right.
I used to just assume that people. Yeah. 5 years ago, I may have taken you seriously, but I kind of figured out that over the years that if you just assume that something is sarcastic, if it could be sarcastic, then it probably is. Yeah. And it's usually a better outcome if you just treat it like this instead of getting defensive about it.
Yeah. Life's too short to go through things just getting pissed about everything you see on the internet. I kind of had to myself with that. Just with comments and stuff I'll read on stuff that I posted on TikTok or whatever. And,
I haven't read Hawkeye Report since your match against Munoz. I'm I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, forums are always going to be toxic like that.
You're talking to one of the biggest forum legends that this state's ever produced.
It's just a bunch of
I don't brag about much, but I'll brag about this. I'm a forum god. Is that something worth bragging about?
If you feel it's worth bragging about.
I don't actually. I think it's one of the torquiest things somebody can ever brag about.
I mean, you pretty much got your start journaling and stuff forums and that's pretty much where you got your start, right?
I credit that with being the thing that taught me how to write. That and a dude named James Mays.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how did James Mays? What did he teach you?
Well, he was my boss at the mental health facility, Optima. And if my writing didn't fit certain standards, he wouldn't accept my contact.
Okay, so format, stuff like that.
Read it. He would send me emails, and his vocabulary was so good. It's man, he's able to describe every little thing he wants to easily just because he has good vocabulary. So I started reading the dictionary. But best thing ever, Eminem did that.
Do you guys, you think AJ is going to transfer to a bigger school next year?
I know nothing.
I heard just based off of like an interview yesterday, he was saying there's nobody in the room that like helps. He'd say so much like as a downgrading, but he doesn't have the competition in the room that helps him elevate, his level. So it kind of sounded like he said something to that extent.
He's very emotional when he got off the mat, and I wondered if it was just the week, like the outcome not being what he wanted. But I also wondered if
this was before his semi. This was before he wrestled Buchanan.
Okay.
So he was on a high, like coming off a win. So I don't know, just the way he kind of sounded. He thought like he definitely gave props to the Baker. What is it? Bakerfield, Cal State Bakerfield, and the heavyweight too. He said was good. That guy helped him out a lot. But it didn't sound like he had a whole bunch of help in the room.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed and, tried to prove his worth there, like, try and build something there. I mean, that'd be a very, that'd be a nice thing to do,
Like the noble thing.
At the end of the day, it's like whatever he feels like is going to make him better. And I guess in the next couple months, we'll find out, there's been this NIL stuff just makes everything so crazy. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, hell, we might see some of these guys in the finals transfer after tonight. Like, you never know. It's just anything could happen.
Like Blaze?
Yeah, that's a good point. His brother's going to Penn State, so
yeah,
wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Penn State's got some deep pockets.
Yeah. Well,
probably could figure something out.
If Joey Blaze wins this, I win $100.
Oh, really? Who'd you bet?
It's not a bet. Somebody said that they would sponsor a post if Joey Blaze won.
Nice.
Not really, because I like being unbiased, and that kind of makes me want to root for Blaze. Like,
if he lost or if he won?
If he wins, then he's like, I'll sponsor a post if he wins.
Okay.
Because it'd be a lot of traffic. For Joey Blaze if he wins nationals.
No, who's
a dude from Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like him. This Taylor dude's tough.
Yeah, he is.
I don't see Blaze going to Penn State though, because they got K-Sack there.
Oh boy,
we beat him now.
But yeah, that's true.
So freaking tough, man.
Oh my God! How does he get out of that and almost get a takedown and then doesn't finish that single leg at the edge of the mat? What is up with that?
Did he start on top?
Yeah.
No, it was like he almost pulled off a miraculous takedown, and then I thought he had it in the bag and out of bounds.
He's still riding.
He's got 26 seconds riding time.
And this Blaze kids are tough.
Oh, back to AJ though. I'd love to see AJ come to Iowa. I think it'd be cool to see Angelo, AJ back to back, just wrecking stuff.
Yeah, I mean, is it Buchanan's last year?
Yeah, yep. Buchanan's gone now. Yep. But they have that Harvey Luddington coming in from New Jersey. He's like the top 197 pounder or 190. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But he'd be the top 197 guy for college coming in as a recruit. He's tough. And I don't know.
I mean, a lot of that. I mean, he said in his interview, like, with, he would like commit somewhere like last year, and then like they would be cool with it, like, and then the AD would chime in and be like, no, we don't want him. I mean, I do know like the AD at Iowa did like that. It came out that like she was the one that kind of was like, all right, you guys got to do something.
She was new, wasn't she?
Yeah, it's Beth Gatz, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she was
there's
pretty
a lot
much
of
the
pressure
one.
on her. I mean,
Yeah, you know, like you flipped off the crowd. Like,
and a lot of sponsors in that crowd.
yeah. So she's pretty much the one that had to pull the trigger on that, which, I mean, you can't really blame her. I mean,
Thing is, like, I kind of felt that coming because that family was treated like shit that whole weekend. I fucking heard it and I saw it.
yeah.
When he mentioned that in a podcast, that he was like when he mentioned like people saying like racial remarks or whatever, condescending remarks, like it literally happened. I saw it happen. I heard it and I saw it with my own eyes.
Me too.
And then I knew that shit was about to fly after the Caleb Rachi and Anthony. Didn't they get in a little shoving match at the end of their finals match?
Yeah, so I think like Rachi ended up shoving Anthony or something, and then Anthony shoved him back, and then Rachi flexed on him, and like AJ didn't like that.
Everybody booed Anthony because they didn't see Rachi shove him.
Yeah.
So everybody booed Anthony. So that like basically was even worse. Like, you know, not only is this kid clowning my brother, but the crowd's against us, my family.
Right.
That was a bad weekend for that family, dude.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's an older brother you probably relate in some ways.
Absolutely. You know, and obviously I'm the most impulsive one out of the four, and AJ's the most impulsive out of his brothers, I would assume. I don't know. Anthony might have to give him a run for his money.
The whole middle finger thing is that stuff doesn't offend me anyways. Like,
it doesn't offend me either, but I just know that other people are offended.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I grew up. Me and my best friends flipped each other off all the time. We did a hell of a lot worse than that.
Yeah, I mean, if you did it to a Neanderthal 20,000 years ago, they would just think that you're putting your middle finger up. Why are we?
What's he doing?
Why are we fucking up perfectly innocent little sounds that we can make with our mouths and signs that we can make with our hands? Why are we doing this to our language? Why are we letting this have power? I refuse to live that way. You know?
I just think people took it too personal.
Language type stuff ever.
And
it's just
people just took that too personal and tried to make it something that it really wasn't. Like,
you know what I get offended by? I get offended by people that don't have any grasp of context.
Right.
Like, people are more focused on the language and the words that are being used than they are the context of it.
Right.
Yeah, those people offend me more than the words. So still 4-1, huh?
4-1.
Blaze needs to pick it up so he can win me $100.
They call the caution there or for stalling.
I'm not sure.
He went out of bounds and he was circling back in like Drake.
Yes.
Action. That one was action. Drake's was stalling though.
I just don't like the rule.
It was literally the same thing.
It was in the middle of the scramble. I don't know. What is he supposed to do? Like, stop scrambling and let him take him down?
Right. So the worst thing was scrambling, whatever. He was circling back in when he called it.
Yeah.
That's literally what you're supposed to do.
Whoop.
Man, Blaze has got to get to a shot.
No, this is stalling.
Yeah, this is stalling.
Yeah.
Well, they just called him. Oh, you got one. It's not gonna be enough. You gotta take it down.
Takedown wins it.
Snap. Wow, man. Blaze has got to take a shot. He's got to fire. Sprint.
Wow.
Taylor wins.
Why'd they throw that brick? They threw a brick, right?
Probably wanted stalling.
You know, I got to be honest. If I was
Oh!
tired like that,
Look at that.
if I was tired like that and Yeah, I had the lead that I know I had, and I knew I only gave up one song. I would run all over the place too for the last 20 seconds. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't put yourself in a dumb position to lose. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd go for a football tackle. Try running right through his hips.
It's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
He still has possibilities. This is so stupid. I mean, this is just video proof of my ghetto fabulosity.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm taking a picture for content while I'm doing a live stream when things are all ghetto rigged. And the picture I'm taking is of my TV. And there's people that I know that are in my pictures. This is ghetto fabulous at its finest.
You should have just messaged Trump and asked him if he could take some photos for you.
Yes.
Is he there right now?
Yeah.
I heard he was going.
Yep.
Brennan
He's
and I's cousin, Joe Mitchell, was the youngest state senator in Iowa history a couple of years ago. Anyways, he knows Trump. He actually spent election night at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. Had his phone number for a while there.
Oh, yeah. Our older brother was supposed to meet him at an event. They do that Warrior Rising thing. They do it all over the country. They had one in Washington, D.C., and he was supposed to go meet him, but I don't know what happened. He ended up not being able to. I thought that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he didn't get to hang out with Martha Stewart, though, that weekend. She was one of their guest speakers.
Yeah.
You guys should try to go to one of those. Those are really cool. A couple of years ago, we had Dan Gable as a speaker, and we did it out at Austin Blythe's hunting lodge.
Oh, nice.
They put a big stage in the middle of his hunting lodge. They cooked a bunch of weird pheasant stuffed jalapeno poppers and stuff like that. It was really good. And then they had a couple of military guys come and talk. Well, one guy was the original, or they did a movie after him. What's it called? The Lone Ranger. Have you ever seen that?
What's it called?
The Lone Ranger.
I haven't, but I've heard about it.
Marcus Luttrell. So he was. I think Mark Wahlberg plays Marcus Luttrell in it.
Okay.
Oh, Lone Survivor.
What's it called?
Lone Survivor.
Yeah, there you go, Lone Survivor.
Yeah, I watched that in theater. Yeah, that's a good ass movie.
Yeah, and the guy who the movie was after was the main speaker that year, and then they had a guy that he was a Green Beret, and he got his leg blown off. You got to read this guy's story. This guy's crazy, an absolute beast. He has a fake leg now, and he's still an active member of the Green Berets.
Yeah.
His name's Nick Lavari. I think they call him the Machine. That guy's story is incredible. But he was super bummed that he wasn't there the night we had Dan Gable on the stage.
Oh.
He was signing a book for me, and he's like, we're just talking. I was like, yeah, Dan Gable was here last night. I was like, your story would probably inspire. He's like, Dan Gable was here? And I was like, yeah. He's like, damn it, you guys didn't have me come last night? I was like, talk to my brother, man. He's the one that set it up.
Yeah.
I'm just the mover. But yeah, Gable shared his funny story with his hunting trip with the governor of Iowa. I don't know if you guys heard that one before.
Was that Branstad at the time? Who was that at the time?
Yeah, I think it was Branstad, yeah. Yep. Gable's awesome, bro.
Antrell Taylor, right?
What's that?
Antrell Taylor was 157, wasn't he?
Taylor, yes. Yep.
Okay. This will be number 6.
Sky Rizzy. That's a hell of a name for a drug.
With Sky Rizzi, I saw dramatically clear.
He was just a qualifier last
And
year.
many people were 100% black.
Taylor was? Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Oh, no,
was
he was
All American. Was he?
Yep, he was.
Oh.
So you got 8.
Blaze didn't All American, did he?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
And the only reason I know that is because I've done articles on his brother to where I had to deep dive on Joey.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool that Joey had a big week just from an older brother perspective.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's a lot of pressure having a younger brother that's outshining you. You know?
Yeah.
I know this. I went through this 3 times.
I always cheered for my younger brother to do better than I ever did at anything.
I was their biggest fan ever, but at the same time, it's awkward when at Thanksgiving, the only person whose matches don't get brought up are yours. You know.
Yeah. My thing was I always got brought up like, oh, Chris isn't super hungover. And I was like, winning. I made it to Easter this year. Be happy for me.
Dude, the quality of your phone's been great tonight. It's the first time that it's worked out as well. So I might actually start pushing this a little bit more.
Shout out to Android.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna I don't know if I have it in me to give a shout out to Android, but
hey, it works, man.
It does? How?
This is what it is right here. Best quality. I think it's a Samsung. I don't want to give those
one time. It's like really cheap. Like
I remember the flip phone era.
I love that era. I'd go back to that era in a heartbeat.
I was a little kid.
I used to do a funny story. I used to do concrete, and my concrete boss was actually Lucas Cleaver, the wrestler from Macokota. I think he got third, second at state. Oh, he's really good. He's Lucas Cleaver.
Yeah,
he was an absolute beast. I think his first college match and Cale Sanderson's first college match ever, where they're face off against each other, and Lucas lost by like 2. But
yeah,
he was my boss, and we had these flip phones with the big speaker on the top of them. That was the cool thing with the flip phones. We were building a parking lot for Sonics, and he went to the bathroom and he came back and his arm was blue all the way up almost to his armpit, and I was like, dude, what did you do? And he's like, I dropped my phone in the toilet. And I was like, why did you get it? He goes, it was ringing.
Oh, Caliendo messing. Caliendo just hit his head really hard on the mat. He might be concussed. Damn. Oh, wow.
Oh, headbutt.
That looked like it didn't feel very good. Sometimes with some of these concussion protocols, I'm like, oh, come on. But that one was, clear as day.
Yeah. I don't think this kid's coming off the mat unless
hit him right in the sweet spot on the jaw. Those will ring your bell. I'll make you kind of dizzy.
You're going to have to hit that kid with a freaking truck to get him off the mat, though.
I don't know how Metzenbrink's head isn't hurt.
He's my favorite Hawkeye.
Ouch.
Great dude.
Right in that sweet spot. That's like taking an underhook. Or not an underhook, a uppercut.
Yeah. You guys find it funny, everybody trying to call Brands' number now, trying to get a new coach in there, and they got 3 guys in the finals?
Yeah, people get really trigger happy with that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's not the right call.
I just like I don't really usually like to weigh in too much with coaching because I've always been too chicken shit to coach because I don't really like doing it. But I don't know. This would be about the most open I'll be with my feelings about them I just wish that they would learn from some of their, I don't know if you call them coaching mistakes, or I don't know. I just wish that they would learn and make adjustments from previous seasons, because it's reached a point where, like, come on, like, there's a pattern here of you guys not being able to keep your guys healthy during the postseason.
Yeah.
Like, why is it happening? Why isn't it happening to other people as much?
Yeah.
They need to adjust to
a
that.
valid criticism. I mean, it's a simple observation, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to weigh in too much on that, like, as far as, like, you know, how I think of, like, their practices and shit. But I mean, I think, you know, people like calling for their head to, like, you know, just start firing people.
Look at that!
Oh wow!
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's like
they're training for 25-minute matches.
I don't think we should just start like firing a bunch of people. Like,
people are way too hard on.
Yeah, 100% agree. That guy helped. I mean, arguably, he helped me more than anybody in that room. I mean, he was my dog.
Who is that?
Morningstar. People don't realize how
he's awesome, man.
Brilliant he is with technique.
He's very, very detail oriented, and like, I don't know, like, I just feel like for me personally, like, he opened up some of the things that I could have been doing better, and like, it helped me a lot. I mean, like with a lot of like his Russian tie sequence stuff, like, I don't even know if he was a Russian tie guy, but like, he got me good as hell.
He could do a Russian tie.
Was that kind of like one of his bread and butter moves?
He had everything.
He was just, dude, he knew how to explain every single move.
And he had the respect from every guy in the room too, didn't he?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I don't think I ever remember anybody disrespecting him or anything. And I received some heavy criticism just because, like, you know, we haven't had a lot of like I guess luck or whatever you want to call it at some of these weight classes that would be around his weight. But like, that doesn't mean he's not doing his job correctly.
I cringe when I see people making comments about the coaches and they have no idea what their coaching philosophies or situation is. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's somebody's livelihood and job if they're jeopardizing the. And with Morningstar, I feel like people make I feel like it's just assumptions with him. Yeah. Like, you know, we're not dominant as we used to be in the 80s and 90s. Like, something's not adding up. It's like, Morningstar.
Yeah. It's like, well, dude, like, that was Gable. You know?
See, they were hard on him when he was at Iowa, too, because he can be kind of conservative.
Yeah.
He wasn't like that in high school.
Who?
Morningstar. You just had to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what college will do to you. Like, like I was saying, like, some of these matches are going to be so low scoring because there's such a high skill gap. You know, or you know what I mean? Like, everybody's so freaking good that like they're able to take stuff away from people. You know, and it makes for what may appear as boring matches. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of fans from Iowa are still hard on Morningstar because of him being frustrating for them to watch in college.
Yeah,
which I didn't find him frustrating. I just found him to be Ryan Morningstar. You know, I've known him forever. And then Justin had a big rivalry. Did you know that Ryan Morningstar's first ever high school match was a loss against Justin?
Against who?
Against our brother Justin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was at Lisbon too, which made it even probably worse for him because he's the son of Scott Morningstar, their four-timer. And it was like there, it was almost like they were treating it like the Lion King with, you know, it was like the gym was packed. And the reason why the gym was packed, like most people were there to see the debut of Ryan Morningstar. And it almost had like a Mufasa and Simba type of vibe to it.
Okay.
And then just beat him.
Caliendo's doing a lot more lateral movement. Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh.
Damn.
That mess and break, man, he is good. Ooh, so is Caliendo.
Caliendo's a freaking gamer, man.
Just takes one cradle.
He's doing a lot more lateral movement. I love to see that, especially out of, you know, some of our guys.
His singlet straps are like his singlet leg straps aren't.
Yeah, he likes to pull it way down, doesn't he?
His looks like he's wearing shorts. Oh, I always hated that when my singlet did that.
Like when it was loose.
Yeah.
It's like the dude like swag.
Most comfortable I was out there is when I was wearing tights under my singlet.
Really?
You can just float around, fly all over the place. Yeah, like it must have been my inner figure skater trying to break out. For those of you who haven't ordered your Pin Doctors T-shirt, make sure to do so. Brendan makes them.
Those right there. That right there. That right there. That right there.
You do hoodies?
Hell, we're in that area all the time.
Do you guys do hoodies?
What's that?
Do you do hoodies?
Like for Pin Doctors?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can. You know, that's definitely in the. I wouldn't roll it out. You know. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do hoodies here eventually.
I have to get me a hoodie. I wear hoodies all the time. Good hips.
That Messenbrink has got such a fast shot.
Yeah, he's a quick little double. He's just, man, he's always on the prowl, isn't he?
Ooh,
his movement's
so
this
good. Is like one of the best matches I've seen Caliendo wrestle.
His Big Ten match first was a good one.
Oh, good shot!
Put your head up. That dude's hips are just probably cast iron weights.
Yeah. Oh, good shot. Ah.
Woo. I think his best chance is going to go take a shot to that left leg, and then when he comes down hard on his left leg, take a shot to that opposite side. You just got to be really quick with it. But watch how hard he comes down with his left leg. Oh, yeah, look at that. Mm-hmm. Ooh, you can take him down with a reshot to that left leg. Don't. Yeah. Shoot at that right leg. He bounces up. He comes down on that left leg.
Man, Messenbrink bounces up off of his knees quicker than anybody I've ever seen. Like, his fakes are just tremendous. His up and down movement is just tremendous, man. Like,
he's got a motor too.
Don't give up on that.
He's just tremendous, man.
Does he remind you of anybody?
Yeah, but I can't place it.
Really? I think he's one of the most unique style of wrestlers.
Oh,
I know. And I know that the person he reminds me of is like that. I want to say almost like Moza Faye, but not really. Like,
wow. Dude, his up and down movement his level changes are just freaking phenomenal, man. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Do you guys think that this is the weight class between these two compared to the rest of the field is the biggest gap of any other weight class?
Yeah.
Or would it be 184 maybe too there?
Yeah.
I mean, Max is pretty good though too, but
did you guys know that Mitchell Messenbrink's dad, John Messenbrink, wrestled for Drake University?
Yeah, they were talking about it, or maybe it was on your page. They're talking about the connection between him and Iowa.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I want to hear what he says.
Like Nick Reed said, after he won his first national championship,
The interviewer just told him to take his headgear off.
You make up many reasons in your head, but you only need one to win, and that's what you want to. And I want it. This season. Put it all in perspective. You're dominant from start to finish. Why? Because the things I'm telling you, process over outcome, keep on getting better. That's what this all is about. Sport. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Congratulations. Way to go.
Man.
Last year,
Penn State.
An all-timer, David Carr in the finals. There's still a lot of career left.
He got something special going on there, obviously.
NCAA champion.
Yeah.
Following in his dad's footsteps as a college wrestler.
Man, he's a freaking badass, man. I just got to say it. That kid is a freaking badass.
Kale does And Mitchell now does too.
Man, Caliendo, he was looking like he could pull something off there for a little bit.
Of the Penn State program, only continue
Caliendo wrestled tough.
to the book. More to come here.
You know, he's closing that gap on him
Yeah, he is.
ever so slightly. Because, I mean, I remember the first time those guys met up, it was not pretty. Now it's like damn close.
Yeah, it's competitive.
Right.
Yeah, the first couple of times, didn't he get tech? Caliendo got tech both
Yeah,
first two times they met.
Yeah, it was ugly, I believe. Yeah, I just like, couldn't even believe it.
These last two, the Big Ten championship and then this match, there's definitely the gap is definitely closing.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, like watching that because it was like watching Caliendo get like tech by him. I think it was last year. I don't know if I don't think that happened this year. I think it was a little closer this year in all the matches, but it was crazy watching that and then watching Caliendo beat Kennedy in the challenge match, and then I wrestle Kennedy and like I get my ass whooped. So it was like, damn, man, like they're like the levels in this, you know what I mean? And then there's always a bigger fish, man. And then obviously Burroughs beating Messenbrink in freestyle.
Kennedy did good this year.
Yeah, he finished fourth, right?
Fourth, yep.
Gladiator. I like that guy.
And Tool and Hamady are both gone after this year, so next year it could be him and Haynes in there.
True. I think he could be.
It's probably the sweet.
I don't know what's Iowa doing with Gabe Arnold next year.
He's 84 this year. Probably going to look at 34, I'm guessing. What's that?
And the Angels definitely probably taking 84 next year.
Angelo? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
So if Gabe goes down to 74, it's going to be between him and Kennedy.
Yeah, from the looks of it. Be kind of interesting to see what plays out there.
Yeah.
Welcome to opening day. When every diamond.
By the way, when I brought up the Brands thing, I personally like the Brands being there. I'm a big fan of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they get a bad rap for how aggressive they are on TV when they're coaching, how fired up and the energy they have. If you meet those guys out in the I've met them probably 3 or 4 times. They used to work at the University of Iowa on all the sports fields. I've met them 3 or 4 times just walking around campus, and they're like the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hotels.com.
People think that they're just assholes because of the way they're fired up on, bringing energy to their matches.
Well, and Iowa's never really been known to just like fire people, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's kind of just not Iowa style to begin with, really. So I think people need to kind of give up on like calling for that,
Right.
I mean, like it's like there's for people that don't approve, I guess, well then, Spencer's probably going to be in the running for that soon, anyways. So I mean, he's probably already helping in some ways. Like I'd be willing to bet.
I mean, it's their contract is through 2028, and that's the next Olympic cycle. So you'd have to think they did that for a reason to say, just to test the waters with Spencer. Like, hey, are you going to try the 2032 cycle again, or
I
can try your hand at coaching, or? But I personally would like to see Spencer come on as an assistant with under Brands for like a couple of years to help him, just to get him helped out, help him get going, and then hand him the keys.
Yeah, it'd be good for him. Get some like actual coaching experience, like management skill.
At least a year. Give him extend the Brands for another year till 2029 or even 2030, and let him help him out. I think that would be a way to go about that. As much as like cool as it would be to see Iowa go out and get Dake or somebody like that, I'd rather see.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome if pull somebody else in. Like we need some like it's. I am a firm believer that like I think it's good to have some of that new blood coming in, like as coaches, like coming in, helping out. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe expand to like some of the guys that did well at Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. You know what I mean? Maybe pick up Snyder or something. Like get him to get in there, give him a position, or pick up some of those guys. You know what I mean? Like offer them some beds because like they have that like world experience, and I mean they would be able to expand their knowledge to some of the upper weights in the room. I think that's a valid like thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they need to start like chopping heads, but like,
add.
as that goes, I mean, yeah,
You don't need to subtract to add.
Other people. Oh, looks like O'Toole's about to get the takedown here.
It's really hard to finish on someone who's taller than you. Trying to bring the foot in close to your body.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when that time comes when Tom's contract is up. Like it'll be kind of interesting what happens there.
I like the idea of just adding people to the staff too. Like so you don't have to subtract people to add, more minds to come in.
Yep. Wow.
Jeez. The hammy has got to be tight, though.
Yeah. Bouncing on one leg like that can tire you out.
Yeah, for about a minute there?
Really close.
Hamady has been very impressive this year. The whole year watching the Cowboys. A lot of bonus points the man has scored this year.
Oklahoma State's a great example of bringing in.
Like
they did a whole coaching staff, but I mean, they even brought in that Arizona State guy, Valeska, or not Valeska. Well, I don't remember his name.
They completely cleaned house over there.
Yeah, they cleaned house though, but
like they just like fired everybody. I'm like, damn.
They did a good job of building that place back up though. Like you get a little bit of Iowa, a little bit of Penn State in there. You got Oklahoma State's prestige.
Mm-hmm.
They did that was smart.
Yeah, I mean it does help, having that Olympic title under David Taylor's belt. That pulled in a lot of good recruits for him. Yeah. There's only more to come. Like they're going to be scary good here soon. They're already scary good.
Their recruiting class coming in is pretty good too.
Yep.
What I was trying to say last night, it was Taylor's the Temu Cale Sanderson coach. Gilman's the Temu Brands.
Is he in the corner right now?
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen Taylor in the corner at any match this weekend. At least every time they show that he's always in the tunnel.
I think he's usually the one that goes out for Hendrickson.
Hendrickson, I got you.
Yeah, I think he's him and Hendrickson.
Do you have any idea why they do that? I notice a lot of coaches do that.
Like have certain coaches in certain corners.
Yeah, your head coach sometimes isn't in the corner.
They leave it up to the athletes. So like whoever they click with, the best. Typically that's how it goes. I mean, like in Iowa though, like it was usually like Morningstar would be in like the middleweight, like me, Kennedy, whoever else, and like they usually just do it by weight, but in tournaments at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for nationals they probably ask them like who they want in their corner beforehand. Oh yeah, David Taylor's in the corner.
These guys showing too much respect for each other.
Do you see Hamidy's celebration when he beat Haynes?
I didn't know.
What did he do?
He acted like he answered the phone, then he hung up.
Oh, yeah,
But he was
yeah,
like
that's
staring right at Penn State's coaches.
right. That's funny.
I wonder if there's something behind that.
I don't know. Have you ever met Kelsey Henderson?
No, I've never met him.
I've met Cody and who's the younger one? Tyler. And
Yep.
they're wonderful people. Like, holy shit, are they nice? The one that I talked to the most was the one that Eric Juergens wrestled in the finals at Fargo. Because Juergens gave me his VCR tape to convert onto YouTube, and he wrestled one of the Sandersons in the finals. He got beat by him, and I think it was Cody. And Cody had never seen that match before, and Juergens beat his brother in the NCAA finals a couple of years later. So it meant, so it was a big match. Even as time went on, it became a bigger match to them. A lot of people watched their streams after we got offline.
Like when you put it on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. All right. I've posted 7 or 8 articles in the stream.
Wow. Oh my God. Beautiful takedown.
If Keegan O'Toole gets out of this, then it's absolutely one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. Oh, he got the takedown.
Yeah, he got it.
Wow.
They're challenging it.
I don't know why they challenged it right there, though. I guess it goes back to where the challenge was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think
So if he would have escaped out of that, they wouldn't have gotten an escape.
Oh man, it was kind of close.
Yeah.
I don't think he got it.
I don't know. I don't think he did either.
Huh. I mean, it was super close. I wouldn't give it to him. It did look like he wrapped his hands around his hips, but I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did either.
All right, let's see it again. Like right there, it kind of looked like a takedown.
Can't listen to Cormier. He's an Oklahoma State fan.
Yeah, and O'Toole looked in his corner as soon as it happened, like, no way. Yeah, that's not a takedown. I wouldn't give it.
I don't think it is either.
Yeah, they need to recall that. Yeah, they reversed it. My goodness. It's the right call.
Good call.
Dude, how the hell did he get out of that?
I don't know. Incredible.
That is just such
Does Hamady have a little brother that's at Oklahoma State now too?
What's that?
Does Hamady have a younger brother at Oklahoma State now too?
Shoot, I don't know.
I didn't hear much about his recruiting profile. What's up, buddy?
Did a really good job guarding his leg, his lead leg. Man, one thing I'm noticing with all these high-level guys is they have such good high-low level change. Like, they're so freaking good there, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. They're able to bounce back up to their feet after going to their knees, like, just instantly. It's instantaneous. That's hard as hell to do too because it takes a lot. It's like doing a squat.
Yeah.
I mean, you do that like 100 times, like you're gonna get tired. Wow, it's overtime already.
Yep.
He just wants to create something. Get in there, pull around, figure stuff out.
You saw what happened there when Keegan was able to roll, saved himself.
Oh boy. He might get this. Oh my goodness. Oh my. He's going to get it. Oh my God. That's 3. That's 3. That's 3. Wow. Holy smokes, man.
Wow.
Holy shnikes. Yeah, there's no debate on that one.
Yeah.
But might as well. Is that Taylor's first? No, yeah, that's Taylor's first national champ right there.
Yep. That'd be really shitty if they said that it wasn't a takedown where they gave him the points and they had to restart it.
There's no way they overturn this. Just wow. That's 3 all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy for Hamity.
Yeah, that's 3. Yeah. Wow. What was the last national champ that Oklahoma State had? Was it who was it? Was it Piccinini?
Did he win one?
I think
Who?
He might have.
Nick Piccinini or?
I can't even tell you.
How about that? 6th place twice in his first year.
Was it Heil? Yeah,
it might have been. Yeah. Hey,
did he wrestle Wisconsin before?
No, wasn't it Ferrari?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
AJ brought out the gun show that year.
High-level scrambles in there, and that's why when you're out this time. Give my composure. I'm thinking that they don't have to score as many points as I can. He told me that your transfer to Oklahoma State's been a transformation in a lot of ways. What do you mean by that? Mindset, style. I'm doing everything right. I got the right mindset.
Wow, that Oklahoma State fans are thrilled right now.
Yeah, they're right to be. It's good to have them back in
the mix, at least.
I like their team. I like how they wrestle.
Just wasn't the same without them.
I mean, they're orange and black.
True.
Happy that Hamity got out of Wisconsin.
Probably the best decision he's ever made.
Yeah.
I love Chris Bono, though.
Yeah.
He's always been so good, and I just always felt like that was holding him back. His time there, he wasn't progressing at all.
It was like you'd hear about him scoring an upset sometimes. Like he would upset some world beater.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't hear him again.
But he's always been so lanky, and I don't know. I think he's a pretty smooth operator. His moves. Every time I watched him in Wisconsin, it just seemed like he was always the same dude.
Decent freshman in the background. Chilling.
Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes.
How are your rankings holding up? Like from when you posted earlier?
Actually, I had another one lined up for you around Christmas, and you never messaged me back.
Oh, dude, I got so behind on my PMs. I need to give you my phone number. I'm literally thousands and thousands of PMs behind.
Yeah. I looked last night, and I mean, I wasn't too bad. Most of the guys in the finals were at least in like the top 8.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them were top 4. My 125 is probably ridiculous. But if you could have predicted that, you should be getting paid big bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple injuries where I didn't get to change them. Had a couple different weight changes that I didn't get changed.
Like booking the right rental car.
But it wasn't terrible.
A friendly game saying
That was under 74, right?
Yeah.
Or being alone during a lonely time.
2 matches left.
You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, the deals you want, and the service you deserve. Or we'll make it right. That's the AT&T guarantee.
And that's David Taylor's first ever national champ.
Yep.
That's crazy.
At 125, that Robinson from North Carolina State, is he a junior or a senior?
I have no clue. To be honest. What was the score that one? It was really close, right?
2-1, I believe.
2-1.
Yeah.
Multi-shot tracker.
I'm pretty sure Spartley is a sophomore.
Spratley?
Yeah. Red shirt sophomore, I think. I looked up that kid from Japan that they have too, and they have him listed as 125 and 133 as a freshman. So
yeah,
if he figures out folk style, I think that kid could be a problem. That kid was fast.
Did that Mohawk kid, the
Stephen Pullen,
did he AA?
Yeah, yep. I think he got 8.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see that kid's face emerge again. I was like, wow, I remember so many people saying, oh, he uses nothing but jump moves. He's not going to amount to anything, blah, 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 blah. It used to piss me off. So it's like, this kid's a first grader.
Yeah. Right. Remember that? In those YouTube comments?
You guys are like talking shit about this first grader because he uses headlocks. What's wrong with headlocks? Headlocks work for me all through college.
They do that to the kids that post on there now. I remember there's a couple of the girl wrestlers post TikTok videos and stuff. And this one girl was doing a leg cradle, and she had her face her hands underneath her face, posted up for a picture for her mom. People were talking, like that. People were talking smack, dude, she's having fun. They're like, that's so disrespectful. No, it's not. She literally helped the girl up and hugged her after they slapped the mat.
Yeah, I think she said, and she replied to a few of the comments. I know exactly which one you're talking about. She replied to a few of the comments, said that there was someone that said, well, I hope she loses and they do the same thing to her. And she said it was well, I have lost and people have kind of punked me out as well. So it's kind of just whatever at this point.
Just having fun.
Right.
She's literally just having fun, man.
She's I don't take it personal when they do it to me. She's I've been hit a lot.
You can't. That's the one thing that kind of sucks about wrestling is nobody, some people just wrestle and run back to the back, underneath the stadium so you don't have to see them anymore. No emotion. Just a job. Which there's nothing wrong with that either, but there ain't nothing wrong with people showing a little fun in it.
Right.
That's why I like Ferrari.
I would like when I got beat by somebody, I would rather them celebrate after beating me than acting like they're all pissed off after beating me.
I didn't kick your ass for
Yeah, I didn't kick your ass as bad as I wanted to. Life sucks. Like, fuck yours. But like, when they celebrated after beating me, it was like, well, they respected me enough to where they're happy, you know?
Right.
It's just like cornball activities.
What's that?
Like, it's just like cornball activities. Like, oh, I didn't beat him hard enough.
Oh, I hate that part
Like,
of the wrestling culture.
Be happy with your fucking win and just move on.
Like,
right.
I have to let the whole entire world know that I am not happy with how badly I did not beat that guy's ass.
Yeah, it's like I'm superior.
At least crack a smile.
That was me at my worst.
Like, all right, cornball.
At least crack a smile or something.
Right. At least act like you're not at a funeral.
Right.
Which, like, the ones I'm referencing is like after a national title or some shit. Like, dude, you just won national. Like,
Yeah. How you feel? You just won a national title.
Pretty shitty.
Pretty shitty. You know, same old match, stupid shit. You know,
I gotta
doesn't mean much. It's not a world title. You know,
everything's just shit. You know, reminds me of that South Park episode where Stan, like, everything just turns to shit.
Like, wow, you have to like mentally train yourself to not be satisfied with anything to accomplish your goal.
Right.
Like, after you win a world championship, you're going after Mars.
You got to go back to the room tomorrow to get ready for next year. What's the point?
Yeah.
Have fun, celebrate, go eat a pizza or something.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really close match.
Are a true freshman or a red shirt?
Red shirt, I believe.
Red shirt.
Yeah, I think Srirachi, there's an interview where he's talking about how crazy Josh Barr is to train with. Said the dude doesn't ever get tired.
Oh yeah, they're saying he was injured coming into this tournament. I haven't noticed it in any of the matches I've seen him wrestle.
Yeah,
I just think Buchanan's top game is what's gonna make or break this match.
Yeah. There's that mat return.
Yep.
I'll tell you this, Tom and Terry have some of the best mat return technique.
Oh,
that is like man, they are excellent at that.
Man, there are some negative comments today.
On what?
Like the unexpected ones. Like, how can you have anything bad to say about Vince Robinson right now? This dude's like, he's got one comment so far. Super boring match.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one on Jesse Mendez. He's so tough. That's a good one. Okay. So then the one I did on Ridge Lovett. Those were two nice ones too. Okay. Antrell Taylor. State champ in track or wrestling? Solved his butt off.
Okay. Like you would do anything different.
Congrats, but if you had the same ref at 133, it would have been different. Don't wrestle, don't run. It's not track and field.
Well, there's like,
have they ever
what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, there's 8 seconds left. There's 8 seconds left.
And you're up by, yeah. You're
like,
call for
if you're not gonna like run at him and let him get a takedown, like that's just stupid.
I'd run track too. You know, I would.
Me too.
I would be a state champ. In fact, you almost were a state champ in track.
Yeah, damn close. I was high ranked.
How many events did you place
He's
in?
gonna get that minute riding time. Oh, locked hands, no!
Oh no!
Man. All right, well now it's time to be offensive on the feet. You gotta get for offense.
What did they give him a point for?
The locked hands.
It'd be kind of weird if Iowa lost all 3 in terribly close matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hawkeye Wrestling Forum would be losing its mind.
But on the positive thing, they've been in every match.
Exactly. Oh, there's a take. There we go. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
That's what we need. Dude, that's what you should have been doing this whole time. Where's that been?
I didn't think that he was...
Like, he's had this in this whole tournament. He
didn't even use against Ferrari. Like,
no.
What did he do against Ferrari? How did he win that match? Not trying to talk smack. It's just how do you win it?
Like, open up. This is why you open up, because you score points.
Do you think it was lock hands with Ferrari in here?
To be honest, I didn't see it.
What's that?
The Ferrari lock hands with Buchanan.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah, there is no disputing it. It was pretty clear on the video.
Now, Buchanan was a Wisconsin state champ, right? Not Minnesota?
Yeah,
Two-time Wisconsin, yep.
Okay, I thought so. Somebody was trying to say he was a Minnesota state champ. I'm like, man, if that's so, then I have gotten that wrong every time I've
Don't lock your hands. Man, come on, Buchanan.
He's got a Wisconsin accent. Do you know what I'm talking about?
If you go, I did a couple jobs for sports fields up in northern Wisconsin, and it's terrible.
Oh, I think it's funny. I love their accents. I dated a girl from Wisconsin when I was at Loris, and she was funny, man. She'd be like, hey, let's go to Wisconsin. We got better pumpkin. Like, she'd say, Wisconsin. And they said, pumpkin.
Yeah.
Got better pumpkins in Wisconsin.
They're basically Canadian.
Better pumpkins. I'm like, why do we need pumpkins? Not pumpkins, pumpkins. Like, and
earned.
If you talk, they're all about Greco, but they call it Weco.
We when I worked up there, I was calling them Southern Canadians.
Hey, buddy. What's that?
When I worked up in Wisconsin, I had to work with a bunch of guys from up there. Like, this is northern Wisconsin, and I was calling them Southern Canadians.
Yeah, that's it. That's perfect.
Southern Canadians.
And there's a Dubuquean accent, like an accent that you only hear in Dubuque, Iowa, and it's like a combination of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and like a little bit of Chicago, maybe, like Canada.
Move your feet.
It's like that tri-state region. It's like you can hear it. You can hear it in their
no.
He's got that right point.
Yeah, he cannot give up. Dude. I mean, if hanging on to a lead is what you want to do here. If that's how you like to win, then now's the time to do it, I guess.
He has a stall call too, doesn't he?
He's so damn strong.
Oh man.
Steve Buchanan's about ready to
stay there.
Become a household name.
Shoot him out! Shoot him out!
Where's the stall call? Which one's that? Is that Terry or Tom?
That's Terry.
Boys are tired.
Oh, come on, man.
Stay a little bit aggressive.
Looking good.
Yes, he is. Fast. He's just like Messi with those shots and reshots. But
nice.
Dude, Buchanan's so strong. You need to pick AJ's brain about how strong this dude is.
Yeah, for real.
You see Jacob Warner's status yesterday, or his tweet yesterday. Like, I'm glad that Buchanan's doing so good because he kicks my ass in practice. And doesn't Warner do good in practice?
Oh, dude, he's awesome. Yeah, honestly, going against him, I've never felt like, oh damn, there's literally nothing I can do here. But I mean, wow.
All right, let's go.
Stuff. Iowa got one, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, represent our state.
That's Terry's height. Wow, man. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Good for him.
Especially over a Penn State wrestler. I love that.
I like Penn State.
No, well, I don't it's not like I hate Penn State, but it just feels good to finally see us beat them in some way. I mean, they've been dominant.
I like Penn State wrestlers. I hate Penn State fans. Their fans are
feels good to get a
terrible. Good for him. What did he get? Third the last 2 years?
Dude, Burroughs has been so good this tournament. Holy shit. So much better than when he started. What do you say there, dude? I'm sorry.
What did he get third the last 2 years, Buchanan?
Yeah, I think so.
Mom's done so much for us as kids. She made every single event this year. She has had me watching nine over and over again. It means the world to me. And I just gotta give glory to God because He's given me the gifts and ability and people in my life
Oh, man.
to be the wrestler I am today.
That's awesome.
You made a change. You said you brought into the details, all the little details. How did they show up tonight?
Being the hands moving. Terry said, believe in yourself, believe in your offense. Don't worry about getting tired. It's your last match. Put it all on the line. And I lifted, man, and I came home with the victory. Super smart.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Oh, you're
I don't know if this is a fact or not, but that might have been the first interview of a national championship winner with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's cool, though. I think it's awesome.
I do too.
Fuck,
Dude, that's freaking awesome because Iowa usually doesn't. We don't really get too many like upper weight national champs like that.
yeah.
It's usually always like 25 or 33.
Who is the last champion above the middleweights Iowa's ever had?
It's been a
Be
minute.
Mock. It wouldn't go back to.
I have no idea.
It would not go back to Mako, would it?
We post this on. Wait, I don't think I've ever done this before. I don't think I've ever been able to post every weight during a stream.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do after? What are you gonna do after the championships are over with? Normally, you do your updates.
I'll probably go to the bar, honestly. I might work on my updates there. All right. I can just use the one from Buchanan yesterday. Just copy and paste. Change semis to finals. And that is content, Pain Doctor style. Fastest copy and paste skills in the Midwest.
Don't let out your secret sauce there. You're giving any tips.
No, I'm leaving out the other 99.9%. Okay, shout out to Iowa Hawkeye 197-pounder Stephen Buchanan for not making the 2025, for winning it.
Looking ahead for next year, who do you think competes with Barr now?
Because that was Buchanan's last year, right?
Ferrari.
Yep, Buchanan's gone and Cardenas is gone. Yeah, it'd be Ferrari and Barr.
Cardenas, yeah.
Oh, that freshman from Oklahoma State's going to be good too.
Yeah.
The one who Morrell, is his name Morrell or something like that? Morrell. Yeah. He redshirted this year, but he took Buchanan to the wire at the Soldier Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri has a good freshman too. I don't remember the Missouri guy's name. That kid was tough too, though.
Yeah.
184 would be exciting too with Angelo and Max both coming in, freshman and sophomore.
Yeah, it'll be tough. Dude, I can't wait to see Angelo versus McAnally.
Yeah, that's when we get that for 3-year rivalry there. That'll be fun.
Yep. Those two are going to be going crazy.
Is there any other like top level freshmen that redshirted this year that we didn't get to see much?
Oh man,
I know those brothers they went to Penn State. The brothers from Wisconsin. Is it Mearsol or Mearsola or something like that?
Oh, Marasola? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well,
those kids probably going to be tough.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Bassett on the Iowa Hawkeye team.
Me too.
Yeah, that'll be fun too. I can't wait to see Melvin come too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta think.
I agree.
You got to think he's coming to Iowa.
Keegan Bassett's exciting to watch.
Yeah, he's a freshman in high school, so that's a little longer wait.
Yeah, and he's small for 106. I think that's why he didn't. But he's got like perfect Greco form.
Yeah.
I can see him being a Greco world champ someday.
Right.
Like a happy little bed
Iowa's got some big time recruits in state coming the next couple of years too.
Oh, who are they?
Oh, there's the Schwab brothers, Youngblood.
Yeah.
There's a couple kids from the Southeast Polk, DeSalvo, and then the 106 winner this year. I can't remember his name. Kid is fast. Knack's going to UNI from Don Bosco. Yep.
They got all those immortal athletics guys.
And I would think, obviously, both the Schwab boys are going to go to UNI, and I would think Youngblood's probably going to go there too. He's their buddy.
Yeah.
So UNI is going to be getting a pretty stacked recruiting class there. I know. Cool. I looked at their future recruit thing, and there's quite a bit of Iowa kids on it after this year's.
Big Papa. He's playing Big. Oh, Gable Stevenson. I love
What's
it.
he doing?
Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with senses.
He's got that WWE training now. He's a showman.
I thought they said he wasn't any good at WWE.
So many times. Hey, Topher, you got any rap songs that you can do word for word in your car, or I mean anywhere, but that you've done in your car? If you're anything like me,
but
in your car.
They're all from like 96 to 2002. Any of this new stuff, it's all blah, 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 blah. Like I can't keep up with it.
Ooh, Hendrickson walking out to some bagpipes. I freaking love that. That makes my hair stand up. That's badass.
Yeah, you've always had a thing for that.
Like, dude, that shit.
The bagpipes at the beginning of that Korn song. That's what you want.
Yes, it's perfect. I think that after that song was made, I'm surprised that no other. I'm surprised no other rock stars rock bands tried implementing a bagpipe into their rock.
Dude, it sounds
right.
The combination is perfect.
I think they just executed that so perfectly that you just can't top it. So they're like, we're not even going to try it. Don't embarrass yourself.
It made me want to learn music and try and top it.
Man, this is gonna be good.
Hey, we have to get on. Have Justin get us some tunes. Our little joke that we have is every time we talk about like how we would create a song a certain way, we're like, let's hit up our brother Justin to make it for us because he like knows how to play every instrument known to man. And I would think he gets a little off put when we talk to him that way, like how dare you talk to me about my music as if it's yours and not something I work hard for, you know? He gets annoyed when we.
These big boys are scrambling. My goodness. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh yeah, you don't see this stuff ever.
Oh my God, what is happening? Dude, you don't see scrambles like that at heavyweight ever. That was like 125.
What a start.
God. These boys are scrapping. Let's go. Dude, Hendrickson's thighs are like the size of my torso.
How old is he?
He's a junior.
Think he's bigger than Harris?
Oh, I don't know. He's full of muscle.
So quick.
Oh my God.
Jesus. How the hell didn't he make the Bills team?
Oh, he's gonna get a takedown here. Man, Stevens is incredible.
It's just too strong.
All right, keep moving. The only way he's gonna have to pull this off by getting Stevenson tired because he hasn't really been challenged at all like this all year.
There's a lot of energy. There was a lot of energy expended in those scrambles by both guys. Let's see how they hold up as the match goes longer.
I hope Hendrickson can get one.
While it's fun, they are big guys.
Be cool to see a hell of a match here.
But White gets his shot off. He has very direct shots and usually blows through guys.
Yep. He looked good against Berkeley, man. I know Craig's dealing with some injuries, but Henderson looked really good against him.
Now, watch White. When he's about to shoot this, he starts to just do a little jump. Yeah, stutter. They start to stutter. So it's like a giveaway. When he's about to, it's like a free ring.
And we're going to the second period, 3-1.
It takes a lot of balls for Stevenson to come back and do this because, you know, he's got everything to lose.
Right.
Like freaking Olympic champ, like you proved your point coming back and whooping some more ass. So, like, if you lose, it's like.
What he was going to be greeted with when he got out there on the back, baby. Yeah, you can see the look at him. There's a jab right there. Look, he's following him around as he's walking into this corner.
He looks like Boone McDermott. Boone McDermott. Remember Boone McDermott? That's from Waller.
Yeah, he ended up all
Henderson
American
looks like
Rutgers.
him.
He did well at Rutgers.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, that kid was a trip. I liked it.
Dude, Stevenson stared.
Do you remember Boone McDermott from Waller? 2018?
I don't.
Russell, he was Waller State champ 2018, 220 pounds. And he won a JUCO title somewhere, Iowa Central, I think, and then transferred to Rutgers and did well.
Nice.
I think it's interesting when Iowans venture out east to compete.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be pretty. You gotta have a pretty stiff upper lip as not. You have to be a pretty thick-skinned Iowan to survive out east, don't you think?
I would say so, yeah. Especially up there.
They're pretty tough on us. I feel like I could, but then again, I'm not like a D1 wrestler.
Isn't Avila at Virginia? I thought Virginia had a couple of Iowa guys.
I used to think every Pennsylvania person in existence hated every Iowan in existence. Like the first Pennsylvania people that I met, like made it very clear that they didn't. Made it very clear they didn't think I was special because I was from Iowa, which I probably needed to learn that at the time. But they just seemed like they didn't like me because I was from Iowa, and
this match is close.
And I was like, why is that? Then I kind of learned why.
Why is it?
Well, they've always had a good wrestling scene going on in there in Pennsylvania. You did produce guys like Kerry Collette and shit like that. But it hasn't been them that was ever referenced on shows like Saved by the Bell. It wasn't them that cracked the mainstream. It was always Iowa that you heard about in the mainstream. And Iowa, of course, got all the glory in the Gable era, but they deserved it because of how much they accomplished back then. But I think that they just felt that, and a lot of Iowa's national champions, that a lot of the best Hawkeyes have been from other states. So I think that they they felt that some Iowans never gave them credit for that. So I don't think he got good just because he stepped on the state of Iowa thing.
So here's my argument with that, because I've got into it with Penn State fans about that too. They're always like, "Oh, the guys from Iowa that are good are from Pennsylvania or Illinois, blah, blah, blah." Look at Penn State's best guys. Hardly any of them are from Pennsylvania. Taylor's from Ohio. Nolf was from Indiana. Lee was from Indiana. Rutherford was from Wisconsin. Bo Nickel from Texas. Like, even Kirkovich right now is from Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
So, like, they make that argument. It's like, dude, you guys do this. Like, everybody in college wrestling does the same thing.
Yeah.
The top tier teams go out and get the best guys in the country. That's how you name top tier.
what I kind of learned about them through all this stuff, though, is they take a lot of pride in the guys that their state produces. You know, no matter where they go to college, they're always proud of them. But I started getting along really well with Pennsylvanians, and I'm talking. I had a ton of Pennsylvania followers. Hands down, my number two. Iowa's probably got, out of my 70,000 followers, I'd say 45,000 probably Iowa. I'd say 15 to 20 are Pennsylvania. There's a ton. But I started winning a lot of them over when I started doing my homework on their stuff. I noticed that they talked to me with less of a condescending tone. They started talking to me with less of a condescending tone when I would do my homework on their guys before talking wrestling about their guys. They really don't like it when you post something about their guys and you don't educate yourself about them first. It's like, you know, you from Iowa don't think that you need to, you know, like typical Iowan doesn't think they need to do their homework about guys from other states. And I get that. That would annoy me too, you know.
I love following other states.
Yeah, me too. I didn't used to because it's just too many names that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! He was close to getting that. Holy shit, man!
Yeah, you made him laugh.
I like him.
I'm just eating shit. He needs it.
This is great.
Yeah, they make so many arguments. I mean, it's not all Penn State fans. There's actually some pretty cool Penn State fans out there that.
Oh, he might get it! Oh my God! Oh, he took him down! Oh my God! No way! Cable Stevenson's about to be upset. Oh my God! No way! Oh my goodness!
Oh, he did it! He did it! He got it!
Crazy!
Wow!
Oh my God! Dude, that is the.
Whoa!
That's the greatest upset ever. Damn, man.
That is
God.
A nightcap.
That's the greatest upset ever.
Wow.
Like, dude, that top Spencer, like, that's. Holy shit.
Wow.
Man.
David Taylor.
Oh my goodness.
That was
insane.
That entire time, I didn't think he was going to finish that.
I didn't think he was either. This is the first time Gable's been taken down in how many matches? Do you remember the last time he's been taken down?
Dude, Kasser? Like, oh my God, man.
Dude, he got Trump's approval.
Dude, that's the greatest upset ever.
Wow.
Holy shit, man.
What happened?
Dude, that's insane. Wow. Well, Henderson go in the Olympics. Stevenson's done. I bet after that, Stevenson's probably not done.
Dude looks like a muscled up Farva.
That was perfect.
The last 30 seconds prior to this game.
That's unbelievable, man.
That is absolutely insane.
Stevenson just looks like what the hell happened?
I'm happy for Wyatt. I wouldn't mind seeing either of them. You know, either one of them win. It would have been cool. But that was like,
I hate to say it, but Oklahoma State's about to blow up after that.
yeah.
That sucks, man.
I don't think anybody outside of Oklahoma State was expecting that.
As an orange and black,
I don't think anybody outside of Oklahoma State was expecting that finish.
It's dude. It's fuck. Like that's. Yeah, man. There's gonna be another dynasty at Oklahoma State.
Well, this one's going.
My God.
Crazy. How many of the national champs this year were transfers? First-year transfer or one-year rental transfers?
Yeah.
3.
How many?
I mean, we had Buchanan, Hamady, and Wyatt. So there's at least 3. Messenbrink was a transfer, not a one-year transfer, but
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I gotta post something about Stevenson too, man. I don't like seeing
no, me neither.
legends like that
sweet,
hurt,
man.
you know. Hopefully he realizes that people are so excited because they respect him because he's good.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's like one of the biggest upsets in sports.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Not just wrestling. That's like
in sports. Just in general, dude.
I'm not trying to knock Wyatt, but that's like a fucking 16 seed making the Elite 8.
He got third the last 2 years.
Olympic champ goes down at the NCAAs, man. Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
There's not a whole lot of Olympic champions that come back to wrestle at college, is there?
Not to my knowledge.
That was I'd watch that card over and over again if they're gonna run it back.
Man, that sucks for Stevenson, Big Glenn.
Yeah, that was huge for Wyatt.
That sucks
incredible.
Fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now.
Man, David Taylor looked like he was almost about ready to cry.
Right? Like half of the crowd there is about ready to cry. Happy
That's
tears and sad tears.
Where a friendly AutoZoner helps them find a deal on the right parts.
Honestly, it was not a finish I was expecting. That's
Dude, I can't believe what I just watched.
overall, though. What do you guys think of the whole event as itself compared to other years?
I loved it.
This was one of the best ones that we've had in a long time.
I love it because for one, last year I don't even know if I watched much of it last year. We were at Mom's retirement party that was going on last year, and I basically ignored it because it was very kind of like raw. It was all raw. It was like a death in the family last year with Brennan. Like I didn't even want to see a wrestling match, and there I was operating pin doctors. And last year fucking sucked, dude. Like pin doctors, like the Kate Bloom situation. I don't know, like
the gambling allegations, all that shit.
Yes. People wanting to crucify somebody without knowing the facts and details. I can't deal with those people. I'm all about building people up, even if they make mistakes. But I'm also about not like being convinced somebody made a mistake unless it's proven they made a mistake. Like I don't automatically. But yeah, last year sucked. I mean, I don't even think I watched it last year. So I'd say 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. I mean, from
unbelievable.
The start, I mean, they're all pretty close matches.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending, obviously, is probably the best ending anybody outside of Stevenson could have asked for. Not saying that we all wanted him to lose, but just the quality of an upset like that. I mean, we started off with Starachi and Parker.
Crazy.
That's huge.
I think that's got to be like the greatest national, like in the national finals. That's got to be the greatest upset ever.
I would agree. I thought of Gable as like an untouchable level.
Yeah, unbeatable. Like that was my opinion of him before that. Like untouchable. No one's touched him this year.
It comes down to this. From early season slumber.
You hate to see it.
Damn.
This was March Madness, like madness, then people's brackets would have just gotten destroyed. Like,
Oh yeah.
There's not very many people that would have called that.
Air Force and Oklahoma State fans, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Jeez. What a good night, though.
Yeah, it was. I like seeing that Buchanan when the other day I'm an Irish fan, but like I like Iowa to have at least one champion every year because it's my state.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It's good seeing them get 3 in the finals.
I like it when Illinois guys win too. It's so close to them. If it's any group of people that we in Southeast Iowa, in my day anyways, used to bicker with, it's the Illinois. Whenever we'd run into those guys across the bridge in Illinois, it's like if our Diddy polls ever got messed with on the river, it was always an Illinois person.
Yeah, it's facts.
So it like would lead to us making jokes like, "Yeah, did you know that Illinois people have more elbows than teeth?" I actually used that once, and which isn't true. If you go to Chicago and the suburbs there, you know, all of them have all their teeth.
It's like that's a surprise.
That was one of the biggest culture shocks when I went to Loras College, is when I got to know the Chicago people, which is like 75% Chicago people. I'm like, man, you guys are like Illinoisans, just like the Illinoisans that I live by, but you're nothing alike. Those Illinoisans that live near us is like Deliverance.
Yeah, they're different.
And these Chicago suburban types, they're I would never wear Banana Republic like they are. You know?
Yeah.
It's not my vibe.
It's right.
The South Side Chicago people, though, they're a little different.
I just don't really have a lot of Illinois experience, I guess. So.
I love them. I love Illinois.
I like being far enough away from Illinois. I don't have to see those people.
That's where Jurgens is at, though, dude.
Yeah,
have you been to his house in Rock Island?
What's that?
Have you been to his house in Rock Island?
No, nope. I think the last time I seen Eric in person, his fights. But he's at one of my uncle's weddings in Dubuque once too.
Okay.
But I haven't been to his house since they lived in Macokota.
All right, I think I got that. I'm gonna post this and then we'll finish up. I get this.
Wow, man, I feel bad for Houston.
Williams halted the rebound. Taylor Williams shows the handles. Hitting the screen. Physical start for LSU. Flage. A good box out from Chevy.
Oh, fellas, that was a good night of wrestling.
Johnson lays it in. And we have to get a time.
Yeah,
watching basketball now.
Yeah, now it's time to watch basketball.
Well, yeah,
people are tuning in now. I think we need to start doing these. I need to start being more scheduled, like being more structured with a schedule. And I know that I'm not going to be able to do this myself. So, man, you need to push me to be like, yo, Josh,
let's do it.
Yeah, then that could probably.
Well, and over time, this equipment on here is going to upgrade. It's just going to take time.
Yeah, I can't do all this equipment shit anymore. It's going to drive me out of my mind. I start out at like the first hour of every one of my podcasts like this, like, well, oh yeah, wrestling thing going on over here. I have tech issues. Yeah.
Well, last night when I joined in, you had your head down, you're looking at your phone or something, but you were looking down for a good 2 minutes or so. I thought you were sleeping. The only reason I knew it wasn't froze is because Brendan was like talking and stuff. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm able to respond and I'm like, wait a second, how did I respond to that? I can't even remember. I don't even think I processed what he said.
I know.
But anybody, it's like when I'm writing something, it's like, yeah, like I'll give him like decent responses, and then it'll hit me. I'm like, wait a second, what did he ask me? And what did I say? I had a few of those moments yesterday where I'm like, man, like developed robot mode for myself, or cruise control or something.
Cruise control, yeah. It's funny.
You can get a Wendy's double stack or
Yeah.
All right.
just a buck in the app. If the deal
I'll call in more often now that I know we can do this. I don't know if I have much of a benefit for helping your crowd come in.
I say next time we come up with something more structured and planned out.
Isn't your idea of friendly service?
Yeah. Hell, maybe we can meet up at Justin's in Iowa City or something.
Yeah.
Or you just play Fortnite.
He can show you his 500 duck. He can show you his 500 duck calls and his 300 guitars and.
I'll get you my younger brother's Fortnite game tag. I know it's Stay X. I think it's Stay X TV. So STAYX TV.
And I wrote Brennan in the comments.
Yep, I'll send that down to him. But he plays. He talked to Logan tonight. They're playing with like Corey Clark and.
Oh, nice! Like Clark and I are supposed to play on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah, that's gonna be my first. Yeah.
They play with him all the time too. And then there was another guy that used to wrestle at Iowa. I can't remember what my brother told me. I've never heard of him. God, I can't remember his name. But yeah, they play in a little group together. They play all the time. So like
You don't play Fortnite?
I don't know. I go down there and I watch, and I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, that's how I was at first. And then after about 2 or 3 games, I was like, this is the best game ever created. Like, I hadn't played a single video game from 2008 till 2024. Then I discovered Fortnite. And like, I didn't think anything could ever rival Mario Kart for me.
Oh, Mario Kart's great.
Oh, Fortnite's up there, though, dude.
I love Mario Kart.
I played college.
Mario Kart, NBA Jam.
I play college football. That's about it.
Yeah, Madden football.
When I was in college, I was in the top 100, and then they stopped making the game, and it just came out again this past year. And I went over and played it with my nephew, and my nephew beat me, and I was like, never playing games again. Not gonna put this kid through a wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's good at it. I go down and watch him, and like I'm lost in 2 seconds. Like I don't know what the hell they're doing. I always sucked at shooting games too, anyways. Like the Halo and Call of Duty. So that game's definitely not for me.
I'm never a fan of Halo because like I can't. My thumbs. Like I don't understand how people can aim with their thumbs. Like I have to play shooting games like Fortnite with a PC because it's a mouse. People in their dexterity and you're talking to a guy that can't draw a stick figure. And I can't aim with a joystick either.
But it's video games. There's people on there that just like train at it like anything else. Like how freaking good some people get. Like just video games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it
I hope
it'll have you like wanting to play your hair out sometimes.
I hope you guys are good because that's the way my brother Tyler is. He's like next level at that shit down there.
I'm not bad. I'm very unconventional with my style. I'm very aggressive. Right? I'm like the guy that goes out and is over aggressive, and then he stays back and picks people off with his precise aim.
Assault rifle.
Yeah.
So it's like I get them frazzed off.
It's a
so
good
where they're
combo.
not shooting at him, and he just picks them off while I'm like hitting them with the baseball.
It's a good combo. It's a double whammy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was on a team. He was actually getting paid to play for a team. I believe it was called Guild or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it. I think he played for them for about a year, and then he just wanted to do his own thing, so he went off on his own. But he's been involved in a lot of that. Like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about, but a bunch of
Like
that upper.
esports?
What's that?
Like are you talking esports?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. They introduced that like right after I got out of high school, and I was like, damn it, man! Like I would have liked to have tried out on some of that stuff.
Right. The hell, if you can make money playing that stuff, do it, man. If you're having fun.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, being like a professional video gamer, that'd be like the best job ever.
Right. Yeah, my only shot was college football, and then they killed it, and then I just started sucking at it. So.
You follow the NFL?
What's that?
Do you follow NFL football?
Oh yeah, I play a lot of fantasy football. That's like my other big
I'm
thing.
in a fantasy football league with the Bassets.
Oh, are you?
in Minio.
What format? We use Sleeper.
Oh, really? Yeah, we just standard
What, ESPN?
YouTube or
What do
Yahoo.
Yahoo. Switch it over to Sleeper, dude. Go to Sleeper. It's so much easier to use. It's a lot of fun. I'm in 20 different dynasties in football, and I'm in 4 dynasty in baseball now.
Yeah.
But it's
You're one of
it's
those
fun.
guys that have a team that they always score a shitload of points, that they always catch people on hot weeks, and they end up getting like last in their division, but they have great teams. You know.
Yeah.
This year, Bo Bassett's dad, Bill Bassett, dude, he had one of the best. Like, he had probably the second most total points in the entire league, and he was like second to last place. Like, he just kept he caught me like when I was on fire. I'm like, man, any other week he would have and he scored like 180 points, which is a shitload in that division. I had like 200. Crazy.
I had on a big money league that I do a redraft in. I had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and I think Puka, and those are my 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. And I only made playoffs in the last week. Like, I was in second to last place until 2 weeks to go in regular season. Mm-hmm. And I had the most points in the league. It was ridiculous. Or second most. I don't know. I had a shit ton of points. I know that. And I barely made the playoffs. Every single person I played that year, they played me on their best week. And I was always like, damn it. But yeah, I hear you on that. It's frustrating.
You ever met anybody that's amazing at doing like gambling type games with multiple sports, like football? Like they always do good at the wrestling pools, the basketball pools, the football thing. You know my guy that does the 1A and 2A rankings, Brian McGraw?
Yeah.
He's absolutely incredible. Like, I was bragging up in our little group chat, I was bragging up one of my brackets in the NCAA March Madness. And he was like, oh, that's cool, Swaff. I got one that, because I only missed 5 first round in one of them. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've got one that I only missed 3 in. What? Which reminds me, let me check. Yeah, out of 32 games. And, and he's always kicking ass in our fantasy football league. And he's always kicking. He had a near perfect wrestling pool going as of yesterday. I'll have to see how that's going right now. Got one of the most amazing wrestling lineup pools that I've ever seen. Just like, how do you do it? And this is my rankings guy. I'm so lucky.
I've never been big into gambling. Like, I suck at going to casinos. I'm the guy that'll spend $20, and if I lose it, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
I lost a lot of money.
And like stuff like that. I only do fantasy football and fantasy baseball. That's about the only thing I'll put money on. Good at those, and that's about it.
Brennan, remember when I predicted Kadarius Toney to run a touchdown? It was the only touchdown he scored in the regular season for the Chiefs that year.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I'm like,
it's gonna be Kadarius Toney.
We're gonna win some money here. This is gonna be Kadarius Toney's breakout game for the Chiefs because they're hyping him in the media all week. I just know that the first touchdown, because I know how the Chiefs operate. Yeah, it's gonna be the Kadarius Toney on a little screen to the. And my God, this is exactly what happened. That was the only touchdown he scored in the regular season, I think, for the Chiefs. And yeah,
he fell off after that.
Yeah, but
he's been on like 6 different teams now. Since that play, he's been on 6 teams.
I gotta watch that, man. I'm really good at predicting a lot of sports outcomes, and man, I can probably make some good bank with it. But I can also develop a lot of problems. So I kind of stay away. Like,
you want to run into the mud?
No, slot machines too, man. Like, I swear, with slot machines, you can almost if you play with one of them long enough, you almost are able to learn its behavior a little bit. It's like, ooh, I know it's going to hit because it just did this and this and this, and it hit last time it did this. And I thought it was really good at this one slot machine. That's you guys know what I'm talking. The one at Riverside. It's not Zeus, but name another Greek god. Hades or Ares. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I had that one down to a T. But really, what it comes down to is you can't predict slot machines. You just can't. You think you know them all you want, but you don't.
Right. Well, that's all that stuff is out of my wheelhouse. I'm a terrible gambler at that stuff.
Yeah.
I go sometimes with some of my friends that are like, they love the shit and they play like Chinese poker or crap like that. And they're like, oh, just try it. And I'll sit there and the guy will be like telling you how to play or whatever. And then next thing you know, he just takes your money off the table. He's like, you lost. And you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but okay, you say so.
You know how to play the game 5-card pitch?
What's that?
You play card games?
I'll play Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, I love the game 5-card pitch. Oh, God, it's so fun. All right, well, got girls basketball going on right now, and I don't feel like covering that one. So,
yes, sir. It was fun,
so
guys.
yeah, we'll have to do this again, Topher.
Yeah.
To think this went well, and a lot of people have been watching these after we're done with them. So
It's typically how it goes.
yeah, they got 3.5 hours of us. 3.5 hours. Jeez.
Oh, shit. I don't think I came in until about an hour in, but
I know it feels like an hour. All right, dude. Well, it's great to catch up with you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Signing out.
See you guys.
Later, dude.
Later.